Yes, people, and welcome back to another edition of Rivals here on Spurs Kings TV with your boy Ashmatic. As always, do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna bring on my gang, man. Like Tune Tactics. How you doing, my broski? You good?
Big up, Ash. Thank you again for the invite on the show. Looking forward to the football talk, and big up to the chat. Big up to all the folks that are here. Looking forward to this. Looking forward to this.
Cool, bro. And also, where's he gone? Cheeks. I don't know where he is, so I'm hiding him. We bring up another guest, Yomes. How you doing, my broski?
Big up, Yoms.
Hey, can you hear me? Oh, he just dropped out. What's going on today? Let's bring on Steph. Steph, you're certified.
What's up, guys? Hello, everybody. Big up to everyone, and looking forward to the chat.
Cool, man.
Big up, Steph.
I don't know. Chinks has gone on holiday. I don't know where he's gone.
Can you
mute him for now, isn't it? And I don't know where.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah. You can hear you, man.
Am I back now? Yeah.
You're back, man. Like,
Sorry, I think the app crashed. My camera app crashed for some reason.
Okay, cool. Big up, Yomes.
Yoms,
You good?
we can hear you. No, we can see you, but we can't hear you.
Mad. You might have to use the mobile device. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit peak.
Told you, man. Windows 98 ain't cutting it no more, bro.
Hold on.
Who remembers Windows 98?
Yeah.
You back?
Sorry, man. This is my fun for the week. I've entered a mature life, so I don't really get much fun anymore. So this is where I get to come and have some fun.
Yo, DJ, you good, yeah? Ten Hag and
I couldn't hear.
Hey, we started already. Ten Hag and hey.
Wow.
Thank you. Hey, obviously, I thought my condolences to the youngster, the 18-year-old, the Y brother, the Y you. Euro.
Wow, Euro. Okay.
No, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I know you're the man that says injuries. So
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate, bro.
What happened? Is his career over?
One of those things. Let's all calm down a little.
All right.
Let's chill a little bit. Hi, fellas. How you guys doing? How's your week been? You guys been all right? Yeah. All right, go on. I'm glad. Yeah, everyone's living life. Good.
Yeah, that's good.
A certain Arsenal played today, and obviously Arsenal got a result against a team, a certain German champions, in fact. Bayer Leverkusen.
Invincibles.
Oh, you said it! Oh my God, talk with your chest, bro. This is your time to shine, Steph. I want to hear from you. What are you telling me, bro? Go on. Just have a moment.
I watched the game today. It was extremely impressive, like in terms of the gameplay. Bayer Leverkusen did not have one good chance, apart from the goal they scored, which happened when we had, I think, 3 of our defenders were under the age of 18. Young
guns, yeah?
Young guns. So, but the first half was just literally, it was complete control, complete domination, and some of the actual goals that we scored were just really. The Zinchenko goal was ridiculous. That finish.
What we doing there? What we doing there?
You know, preseason games. You know what it means. We're gonna win the World Cup, bro.
Yeah,
you know this, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Real talk.
What are we doing there?
And listen,
lads.
I want to ask a question. Real talk. Can a preseason friendlies? Can you go off that form for how you're going to perform in the season?
No.
You guys go first.
Brother, only Arsenal play pre-season as if the world depends on it, bruv, and try and go out and injure man.
I know why you're saying
that's what. But guys.
Can you? All right, then. Let me phrase it different. Hold on. Let me phrase it different. Can you go off? Can you take pre-season form into the season? If that makes sense. Can you?
In my opinion, the most important thing is one, not getting injuries, a la Man United, where poor Ten Hag again played plays Lenny Yoro when he has an issue in training, plays him again, he breaks his foot 3 months out. But it's injuries. Somebody else.
Wait.
Oh, do you know how injuries work, Stefan?
Wait, wait.
Yeah, let me.
Is Timber right? Is Timber fit?
Timber has what they're saying is that because of the long layoff, he has what they call it a load injury, which is basically because he hasn't trained at that intensity for ages, so he should be back really soon.
So was it Arteta's fault that Timber was out for the whole of last season?
Arteta's fault it was his fault for getting an ACL?
So was it? I just asked a simple question. Was it?
No, because there was no precaution.
So why is it Ten Hag's fault that Yoro's got an impact injury?
Because this isn't the first precedent that Ten Hag has done. Martinez, he rushed him. He got injured again and had to do another surgery.
I don't know if you understand how metatarsals work. There was no problem with his metatarsal. He's got a metatarsal. No, there wasn't. There wasn't.
He had an issue in training. He didn't fully train before the game.
He did not have a metatarsal issue in training. He's got a metatarsal break in the match. If you have a metatarsal is not one of those things you can, I'll play on it a little bit. Your metatarsal's either gone or it isn't.
Okay, so he has an issue, whatever, metatarsal, tarsal, whatever. He has an issue in training, and you risk your 60 million pound signing in a game, and then he breaks his foot and needs to have surgery, which, as you know, because you like to use, metatarsals, take ages to heal after surgery. So
they don't.
3 months.
No, they don't.
3 months is very.
Stefan, it's cool. If you don't know about metatarsal injuries, you can just say I don't know about metatarsal injuries. It's fine. The metatarsals, people don't normally even get surgery on them. People normally just let them fix themselves naturally. The reason he had surgery was to speed up the recovery process. And his issue in training had absolutely nothing to do with his metatarsal. It's a break.
Okay. Well,
so if it's not Arteta's fault that Timber got injured for the entire season, I don't see how Yoro being out for 8 weeks is Ten Hag's fault.
Okay. So Arsenal having one of the best injury records in the league. Him getting an ACL injury, which has nothing to do with training, with bearing, with everything. But your team,
what you're doing now is you're moving the goalpost.
No,
because
I'm not.
I don't blame Arteta for the injuries, but you're blaming Ten Hag for the injuries.
I'm not blaming Ten Hag for the injuries. I'm blaming the insiders in your club that leak shit as to why you have so many injuries. That said it's because Ten Hag pushes the players so hard continuously in training. That's why they get they get injured. And Lenny Yoro, the reason why I'm going against Ten Hag for this is because he did it with Martinez. Everybody said he rushed Martinez.
Stefan,
he wasn't ready.
Arsenal? Do you think Man United train more than Arsenal and City?
I don't know. In my opinion, the way you guys train, the sprints, maybe you do too many sprints, maybe you do too intense.
There's the honest answer. You don't know. We come on here week after week and you argue about how Ten Hag causes injuries and then, you don't know.
Well, Yums, do you not think that your injury record under Ten Hag compared to previous managers like Mourinho and Oli is far worse than
all right, so do you know who else? All right, so last year Ten Hag, we had a lot of injuries under Ten Hag, yeah?
That's an understatement.
All right, so last year we had a lot of injuries under Ten Hag, right? Do you know who else had a lot of injuries? Newcastle. Yeah. Do you know who else had a lot of injuries?
Brighton.
Chelsea. Do you know who had a lot of injuries? Brighton. Right? So,
no, but Chelsea.
So wait. Let me finish. Right? The year before last, we had hardly any injuries. Do you know who else? Do you know who was our manager the year before last?
Cool.
Ten Hag. So what you're saying doesn't even add up.
Injuries? That's
year before true. Last, we hardly had any injuries.
That's not true.
Go on.
I know we're talking about injuries again. I don't know how it happened.
But the preseason games.
No, it's just
I just want to know
all the time.
I want to know. Obviously, Manchester United, they've made a signing in Xerxes. He's a youngster. Obviously, Euro as well. And now they're being linked with another player as well.
Stop
Behave.
Behave.
Well, I want to know.
I'm never bantering. It's true. You've been linked to him.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
no, it's not De Jong. It's the Ligt.
is
You don't believe
Frankie
the
De Jong, is he going to be the answer for what Man United need in that sixth role, do you
we're
think?
not getting Frankie De Jong.
Okay, cool. So you're looking at Fofana then. You're looking at Fofana and Sander Berge. What player would you prefer as your sixth? And would he help you to push on? Would Man United potentially get a top 4 finish
I
if
would.
you've got those additions into your squad?
Sorry, let me not. Is that a question for me, or should I back? Because I feel like as if I just come in all guns blazing. I've had 3 arguments already. I've been on here for precisely 4.5
Oh,
minutes.
you've got a lot of time, so
Yeah.
it's me, bro. I'm gonna be raw. So, and anyone can jump in and add their 2 pence in terms
I think
of
it depends in terms of the midfields. I think when people, I've heard a few kind of people debating midfields recently, and I feel like number one with Man United, for instance, I think we don't know what system they're going to play. Literally, they're going to change it up. So it's difficult to say which midfielder suits them or not. And that's for any team, really. I feel like people got this fixed mindset of what they think a midfield should be, and if a team doesn't have that, they don't have it. Someone will look at Man United and say they need a destroyer or they need a tackler. Well, what if that system doesn't necessarily need that? Or can you be a tackler or an enforcer type of midfielder?
Tim, just to cut you, but let's assume that Ten Hag wants to play a little bit more front-footed this season.
Yeah.
He wants to be less pragmatic. He wants to play higher up the pitch.
Yes.
And he wants a midfielder to kind of come into that system.
So to do that, it's because the main thing is obviously to be able to have that level of control. You need we need a couple guys that are able to do a couple things. You're going to need athletes, that's for sure. People that can actually recover the ball, especially don't want to get caught out in transition. Which Casemiro, we can see his legs are gone, and you're going to need athlete types. But also you're going to have people that can actually play on the ball, that can actually control the ball, take the ball from the goalkeeper and play it onto the attacking midfield players, whoever it is.
Like a Tonali,
like a Tonali. So you've got Kobe Mainoo and you've got a Bruno Fernandes already. So a Tonali type, a Ugarte type. I think Tonali's an evolved version of Tonali's an evolved version of Ugarte. So yeah, a Tonali type to be able to do that. But he's also decent on the ball. So yeah, I think that's where you find the balance. But some people some teams might prefer differently. Like you can have maybe 2 athlete types and 1 ball playing type. But it depends on the team. But if I was Man United, I probably want a mixture of all. You've got Bruno Fernandes, you've got Kobe Mainoo, and then you probably need a Tonali type of player to complement that midfield to make it work.
Stefan, do you think, because obviously Liverpool are in for Zubimendi?
I mean, Ornstein just tweeted, and it makes me worry about our move for his teammate, because if they're gonna get 60 million,
that's what I was about to say. Do they feel the need to sell him?
No, in terms of
Liverpool and Electo Marino.
No, he has 1 year left on his deal, Mikel Merino. So if they don't sell him, they risk him leaving for free.
They'll sell him. They've got plenty.
But then again, they can use that money that they just made from Zubimendi and just give him a really nice signing bonus, up his wages. So let's see. I mean, supposedly he wants to only come to Arsenal. Arteta's convinced him and stuff of his role. He really wants to come back to the Prem. So let's see what happens there. But
why do you think that's taken so long? Because obviously you guys, and I'll come to you, Chinks. Obviously, I was listening to the stream earlier with Toon Tactics and Gogs, and he said the Croydon de Messi obviously started for Fulham, and he scored instantly. And
did he? Well done, man.
Yeah, he scored within 7 minutes, didn't he? Apparently. So, what did you? I know the Arsenal man were happy for him, like, yo, cuz
yeah, man.
But I mean, wouldn't you think once that deal's done, you go straight in for your target? Why do you think it's taking so long? Obviously, Arteta knows best, but what's going on there with that situation?
I think it's just the way we do business, man. I don't know. You're right. It should be that wham bam, thank you, man. But I'm a gentleman. Do you know what I mean? Take her out, meet her dad. Do you know what I mean? Do stuff properly by the book. Get me? We'd never ever get 115 charges. We take stuff the slow and proper way. Do you know what I mean?
Is there a release clause?
No,
As
there
the
isn't.
release
There is.
What's that?
Every Spanish in La Liga, every player by law has to have a release clause. Yeah, Mikel Merino's release clause is 60 million euros. Obviously, because he's in the last year of his deal, I mean, before the Zubimendi deal, they were expecting to get around 30 million euros, which I agree with you guys. For 30 million euros to sign a Champions League proven midfielder, experienced, for me, it's absolute peanuts, and I don't know why Arsenal are slowing
But
down.
do you know what it is? Sometimes a release clause slows down.
You got to pay that.
negotiations.
You got to pay that immediately, innit?
Because you've got to pay it immediately.
No, but guys, but we're not paying the release clause. We're paying half of the release clause.
That's the problem.
No, but that's what he's saying. That can hinder negotiations because if we're going to undercut you, we can say, well, would you give us our release clause then? And we think, you know what I mean? So
Because if you're coming in at 30 million and his release clause is 60, they could be turning around. And I don't know. I've not kept up to date with this.
They want 30. Supposedly for 30 million euros.
But they probably, if he's got a 60 million release clause, they're probably going to want 30 up front, right? Or a high chunk of that 30 up front. And that could be what slows down the negotiations.
I mean, yeah. From what I'm reading, it is the payment structure that's holding up the deal. But it does piss me off. Arsenal, although they're good at transfers in terms of negotiating, some of the transfers that we've done have been quite good.
Not in selling.
In selling, we're not. I mean, the Smith Rowe deal was really good, in my opinion, in terms of.
I don't know how that's selling ice and winter. I don't know how you guys.
Yeah, so that was a very good deal, but in terms of buying players, in terms of buying players, I think sometimes we take our time a little bit too much.
I feel like, sorry to cut you, bro. I feel like this is a theme across many clubs. I don't feel like you're alone. I feel like
no, Ash. We've always done it. We always try and how can I say? Like for a week, we try and penny pinch, and then
we're a bit better now.
No, not penny pinch, but try and levy the deal a little bit. Like try and feel like okay, we won the deal, and then the club usually tells us to fuck off, and then we just say, okay, you know what?
Yeah. But I think what Ash is saying is looking outside of Arsenal. So if you're taking Real Sociedad's perspective, they could have two key midfielders going out. You've got to manage that. Maybe they have replacements within the academy. Maybe they want to look elsewhere. So just a moment. So they just need to get replacements for that as well. It could be that sometimes.
But they've already signed. But Toon, that's the point. They've already signed Mikel Merino's replacement.
Yeah, so that means it could be that the deal could already be done, but it's just been played out in the media. They've also got they've also got to worry about their fans. If you're a Real Sociedad fan and you're seeing that's like me seeing Bruno and Toney out in the same window. You're going to be looking at your club saying, hold off the phone. What are you doing about that? And so you want to control the media narrative. You want to do all these other things. And look what Ash is saying in terms of, Liverpool are doing slow business. Newcastle are doing slow business. Youngs will tell you they've been chasing had been chasing the Carte for how many weeks now. So it's not just an Arsenal theme. I think it's everybody. The only ones that have been doing business at pace have been Chelsea and Aston Villa.
Chelsea are headless chicken.
But you're saying this, the media trying to kind of not look like they're a selling club and
there's a lot.
Their best players. The Zubimendi deal broke today. Arsenal have been supposedly in talks with Merino for ages, since like the end of the Euros campaign. Yeah. Because as people know in football, things are dynamic. You think you have the leverage, which Arsenal do, because supposedly Merino only wants to come to Arsenal. He wants to leave. Yeah. This and that. Now suddenly, the carpet has been pulled off.
It's not suddenly.
I don't think so, because Zubimendi's been leaving for a minute. It's just which club's gonna come in for him.
But if I am the actual chairman now for Real Sociedad, I'm about to get 60 million in the door. I would totally risk keeping Merino for one more year because I don't want to lose my two starting midfielders, or I would up the price and say, you know what, screw you. We're gonna lose Zubimendi. We want more money. Or
I would agree with you. I would agree with you, Stefan. I agree with you, and I can see where that I think you've probably got a bit of supporters fear where you want the player and you're fearing that you're not going to get him. Real Sociedad are not a club that is like a big. 30 million to them is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So if they're going to receive 60, if they can get 90 million from selling 2 midfielders in one, they'll bite that hand off. They're taking
100%.
That's worth more money than if they win the league.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
Real Sociedad aren't as small. I agree that in terms of the only thing that gives me a little bit of more kind of hope is that I know salary wise we will blow them out of the water. So I'm guessing Marino, if he wants to, because he's 28, it's his final kind of big money contract of his career. He will want to leave if it's for the money specifically and the conditions. But now with the 60 million that they have, if I'm the chairman and I want to keep Marino, I'll say, you know what? I'll chip in a little bit of some extra money for the signing bonus and try and convince him. So now our leverage is not as good as it was before. And this is why I get annoyed at Arsenal is, okay, we have leverage. We've agreed personal terms with the player.
Yeah.
Now let's try and screw over in a kind of a smart ass way.
But this is what we're saying about not getting it or this understanding.
This is the world's smallest violin, by the way, Stefan.
Yeah, I know. Like this is what we're saying. Like to kind of, the more we know or I understand, the less annoyed we feel. Like the Zubimendi deal, like for instance, Ornstein just gave information about the Gahey deal, Mark Gahey. He said, "Oh, they're about to they're opening negotiations." Newcastle have been negotiating with Mark Gahey for weeks, several weeks. And sometimes with the journalists, especially like an Ornstein type, and I've heard this recently, they know that the deal can be a lot further down the line, but they're not just going to release one story saying the deal's done. That means there's no more traction. Sometimes you say, "Oh, do you know they started conversations?" 5 hours later, I think was it this afternoon? Ornstein released the information on Zubimendi. Liverpool are trying to convince Zubimendi. 5 hours later, Spurs in Spain, he's already accepted. That's true. And so look, these things, I think, with any transfer dealings, a Real Sociedad, others are spinning plates everywhere. I agree with Yoms. I don't think they're going to be precious over Mikel Marino. They have lots of players, lots of midfielders, even from their academy, and they can't let go of 100 million.
Does he move Jay, does Marino move the needle for a team like Arsenal? Does he help them to push on, especially if Man City don't sign anyone?
They will.
I don't see where Marino plays. I don't see where he starts.
What do you mean?
He's not a starter, Yoms. He's not a starter then.
Marino doesn't walk into Arsenal. Where does he go? Whose place is he taken?
Number 8. He's perfect for
who though?
Over currently, if you look at the actual starting 11, it would be a combination of him and Rice would play as the DM, and he's gonna play as the 8. But that's the point. He's a quality player to have in your squad.
Hold on, Steph, is he better than Partey?
Partey's not playing.
Is he better than Partey?
You're telling me you're taking Moreno over Partey?
I want to
wait.
Can I also make a real note of the verbiage that Stefan's using to describe these players and the esteem that he's holding certain players in? But later on in the show, when he talks about other players, I'm just gonna. I hope you keep.
I know, and 1 second, Jay, just to build on that. Yeah,
you called Solanke.
Hold on. Before you start throwing mud, hold on. Let me just build on that point, because then you lot know me. I'm a man who hates inconsistencies. You get what I mean? So if you I remember vividly someone saying Partey's better than Rodri based on a particular season when Rodri was behind him. Now all of a sudden Partey's in the bin for Marino. That's not...
First of all, Partey and Marino play 2 different positions. Partey plays as a DM. That's my whole point. But the good part about Marino is, I'm not saying he's a world beater or he transforms our squad, is that he is a quality type of player that we don't have in our squad. If Rice is injured, the athleticism in the midfield with Jorginho and Partey's, I love Partey. You guys know how much I rate him, but Partey gets injured and he doesn't seem to have the same athleticism that he did 2 or 3 years ago.
That's why Rice is his backup.
Who?
That's why Rice is his backup in the 6th position.
Yeah, for me, if Partey is fully fit, Partey is the starting 6 for me.
No, I'll hang
So
my
wait,
hat
so
on. I'll
pause
hang
on
my
that.
hat on. You man are not signing Moreno to come
No,
and
but
play.
hold on. So pause
He's
on that
coming
for a
to
minute.
warm up the bench. Bro.
So
No,
basically,
he's
on what
coming
you
to
said,
compete, Yums. He's coming to compete.
yes,
Well, he's
which is what
coming to.
Yums was saying then. So he
Yeah.
doesn't walk into the team
He doesn't
because
walk into
the
your team.
best
I don't see him playing.
Partey at 6 and Rice at 8 and Odegaard is the best midfield I think we have.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think what Arteta's trying to do is trying to recreate the attacking sense of the team from 2 years ago, where we had Zinchenko, Xhaka, and Martinelli. And Marino, if you watch him play, the way he runs into the spaces, he's like a more athletic and a little bit more offensive player than Xhaka. Like, so for me, I think he's trying to recreate that.
Yeah, that's good, Stefan, and I get that. But he ain't coming to take anyone's place. At best, what he's coming to do is make sure that your squad doesn't have a huge drop off if players get injured.
Yeah, true.
But he's not, which is a smart move, which is, I think, where City are that little bit stronger than
Are you
Arsenal.
saying that Arsenal's starting 11 haven't improved? In fact, they're pretty much the same, and so therefore,
the idea before you finish that is how much did they need to improve? Like, as in, like, if you say to someone their starting 11 hasn't improved, but their starting 11 was already very good, they don't really need to improve. They just need to make the rotation options less, the drop off less severe. And I think they've done that to an extent. I don't. For me,
are you not still concerned? Not concerned, but do you not think that Saka?
Concerned.
Yeah, we're not concerned. Sorry, Saka's not a rotational. Hasn't got a rotational piece.
I mean,
we need a wing.
Before you go, yeah.
Like CP, like if I'm going to be fair to Arsenal, if Arsenal was my team, I'd look at it like this. I'd be like, right, Jesus can play right wing, yeah.
Bingo.
Havertz can play down the middle. Trossard can play down the middle. Eddie, if he doesn't go, can play down the middle. Now we don't need a replacement for Saka necessarily, but we need to trust players there in that position that you've got. Like, I think he's played Fabio there quite a bit in pre-season. Obviously, Jesus can play there. Like, I think
I thought he meant to play Jesus up front.
But Jay, I agree with Jay here because I think Arsenal fans are
of
also.
course, I'm being nice to Arsenal.
No. In terms of, I'm gonna agree with you that it's more of a luxury than a need.
Yeah.
But Jay, the only position right now in the squad, if we sign Marino, in my opinion, if we sign, the only position where there is no direct competition that makes because Marino, if he comes in, he's a quality player. He will make Rice a little nervous. He will make he will. He's a good player. Okay, laugh. He's a very good
there's
player.
no way Declan Rice is not sweating Mikel Marino. Like,
guys,
you know what I mean? No.
It's like you're really sleeping on Marino. He's not some like some fucking chump.
No, you're sleeping on Rice. You're sleeping on Rice.
Listen, like that's £100 million
Rice,
player you brought into your team. Like, he ain't sweating Marino.
But still, Rice still has to look behind him and say, if I'm playing like shit, there is somebody to come in. Bukayo Saka is the only player in that team that doesn't have somebody that makes him a little. Gabriel Jesus, although he can play, yes, he can play on the right wing. Fabio Vieira, they can play on the right wing, but Bukayo Saka isn't worried about Gabriel Jesus playing on the right wing. If we sign someone like Pedro Neto, like a Jared Bowen, someone that will make him really nervous and say, if I don't get my shit together,
do you think you'll go in for him? Because apparently you guys have been linked with him as well.
I don't think so. I think the money and the injury record, I think that's the reason why. Neto.
I think Neto would be the perfect signing for Arsenal.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because the injuries actually help from a rotational point of view, from an Arsenal point of view. You don't really necessarily need Neto fit for the whole season. You just need him fit for the 60-70% of the season. So you can rotate Saka with a high quality alternative. I think I'm curious. Like I said, I've said before, I'm not sure Arteta likes to buy big money attackers to go into the first team. So
He's forcing Havertz. I feel like Havertz is the main guy.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
he brought players in rotationally more, and then they became very few of the players were like, you are going directly into the first team. Most of them had to fight for their minutes.
Did we see Havertz play midfield today and Jesus play up front?
Yeah, Havertz today, guys. First half, he was the best player. Him and Zinchenko in midfield. Then he switched to playing up front, and he was
But
probably our best player again in the second half. Havertz had 2 assists.
He's our best forward.
Who's that?
Down the middle. Havertz down the middle.
Best forward is Saka for sure, but
No, down the middle.
Down the middle. It depends who we're playing. Like that's why I really like the team. I think Gabriel Jesus is really good against certain teams. Havertz is also really good against. Like it depends.
Havertz is undefeated playing down the middle.
Yeah, do you think Jesus performed well today because there was less pressure?
He was really good today. He was.
Do you think Jesus performed better because it was like less pressure? You know, it's a friendly and he
he gives me vibes, Jesus, of his first season. I remember when he first arrived to Arsenal in preseason, he was electric. And
that's what I mean. Like he was like a poacher.
But not only that, he was creating chaos in the box, just like dribbling past players.
Yeah, he doesn't do that as much anymore. So I don't know what that's down to, whether it's just he's lost his confidence or. And this is what I mean. Do you think Jesus?
I know he's injured, man.
Yeah, he was.
So do you think, Arden? Do you think he will come back and perform some of that same brilliance he did?
I think Jesus don't even like playing in the 9. There was
I think he likes playing in the 9, but he doesn't like the pressure.
He said that himself.
There was an article written by one of the old Brazilian managers who was saying he was always trying to convince Jesus that he's good enough to lead the line for Brazil as a number 9, and Jesus was saying he doesn't want to, that he hasn't got that confidence to lead the line as a number 9. He wants to come off the left. He wants to come off the right.
It's okay to admit it.
No,
he's a very good player. I like the Merino signing. Like I said, I don't think he's coming to play football. But I think
we need to sign him first. Everybody's saying we signed him. Like, let's sign him first.
Well, yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, if he comes through the door, but I think, if I'm honest, that doesn't change Arsenal. It doesn't give Arsenal a change, if that makes sense. The starting 11, and do they need to improve? I think that kind of depends on what City does, because City's just about to pull a madness with an £81 million Alvarez going out the door, and
who are they going to sign?
About that, man.
If that's reinvested properly, then I don't think Arsenal will need to.
If Alvarez was to go for that fee or a similar fee, something
that's
close,
nuts.
Above 70 mil or whatever it is,
fucking crazy.
Do you think? Where do you think they're going to focus on? Do you think they're going to focus on a 6, an 8, a wide player? Alvarez was a false 9, wasn't he?
My thing is that, like, if they want the 10, like Musiala and Wirtz might be available next summer, so I think they wait on that position. They don't buy. Like, do they pull the trigger on Eze? I don't know. I don't know, because if you see Wirtz or Musiala, I think Wirtz, Leverkusen will do business next summer. Musiala, 1 year left on his contract. Yeah, if he doesn't sign up, so they got options there. So I think the 10, they're pretty well stocked on wingers. So for me, I'm not sure what City buy. Like, he might roll the dice and just give McAtee and Bob the minutes.
Yeah. Supposedly Pep even said that he really likes McAtee and that he's gonna give him a chance. But if you look at their squad, their 2 weakest positions, I would argue, are the number 6, because let's be honest, if Rodri gets injured, they have Calvin Phillips. Yeah, they're pretty. They have nobody.
Is it Calvin Phillips at
Hammers?
No, he's still a player for City, but
he's coming from loan. I saw him playing in the friends.
He's on loan.
Yeah, same.
Back, doing all right.
Yeah, he was playing center. Yeah, he was playing center. But Pep doesn't rate him, so he's not going to play
playing
him.
like Mark Gahey.
Oh my!
Hey, send it for man.
Okay, so
Don't jealous me.
I think they're gonna go for a 6 and a fullback, because if you look at their options, if Kyle Walker gets injured, they don't have John Stones plays there, but he's not as good of a fullback, and I think they need one more fullback, and they need the most a number 6. But the thing I'm intrigued about is
Bruno Gomes in that case.
yeah, I really think that they're gonna move for him. I'm sorry, Toon. I think they're gonna move for him.
Oh yeah, that might make sense.
I think. Let me see. I could have because I've got City squad up as well. All these guys I've got.
Because I think, like, obviously they bought the new winger. What's his name? Savio.
He's really
Savio,
good, guys.
Yeah, he's got really good. I've seen some of his dribbling, and yeah. Let me share the City's lineup real quick. So yeah, obviously, Haaland with no backup, but they got De Bruyne, Bernard, Silva, Savio as a rotational piece. Foden's a rotational piece. Actually,
Look at their midfield.
Wait, Foden might. Ooh,
No, look at it. Look at their midfield.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Disrespectful bastard.
I'd probably swap Foden for Bernardo also, and just
This is Jack Grealish. This is also the last chance saloon for Jack Grealish.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, the rumor has it, Yoms, it's interesting that you pressed on that, is that very faint rumors within the Newcastle side.
Very faint. Randy Orton, voices in his head. What do you mean very faint? What are we talking? What are we doing here right now?
One out of the blue is that apparently City have been watching Anthony Gordon.
Oh, get
out, man. They have been watching Anthony Gordon.
Bro,
no, man. Anthony Gordon, I read Liverpool.
So hear me out. Yom's obviously made the point around Jack Grealish, and I can't remember how long he's been there for, maybe 3-4 years. And they're Aston Villa on a rampage, and there was news that a little while ago that they were looking at him. I think this is not me trying to sell Anthony Gordon. Man's
deep in these Twitter rumors. Man's in the ghetto out here.
I am. So look, I hope we'll keep him. It's eerie, but he can play across the front three. Very good in the half space, and he can even play in the false 9, which we know that Guardiola is.
Are you saying that City might be interested in Anthony Gordon?
Yeah. Yeah, not just Bruno Gomes, but Anthony Gordon. I don't think, for some reason, he didn't want to press the button on Gomes, which I'm thankful for. But
can I ask a question? Because why is Anthony Gordon like one of your best players, but you guys are always hawking him around? Do you know what I mean? Like it's a car boot sale. You're always trying to get buyers for Anthony Gordon.
No, sir. It's important for me to be objective.
Bro, you're out here with a bit of skirt and a bit of ankle for 70 million. Come on, man.
Look, unlike some people, I don't overrate, my players, and so I try to be objective about what I'm saying.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. You want to give Harvey Barnes the keys to the kingdom, the 60% of the season that he's going to be available.
No, they didn't say Harvey Barnes. They said Eze.
I love that for you. I love that for you.
I think, look, Man City are the big fish in the pond. Gordon is one of our blue chip players. I definitely want to keep him, but everybody's obviously afraid about what Man City are going to do with that money. I hope they spend it elsewhere, but it's just one of those rumors. Sure. It's just one of the rumors that I heard.
Wink, wink. I hope they go and spend it elsewhere.
I do.
Yeah, sure.
I do.
No, but guys, whatever happens, you guys need to go after players like Dominic Solanke, who is a reformed wonder kid.
Hey, listen.
Who's a reformed wonder kid.
I can't control how the words make you feel, Steph. I can only say the words. So how those words make you feel.
Wait. Let's do this properly before we get to you two, because I know you two are gonna have it out. I want to know these man's opinion. Dominic Solanke, good signing or bad signing for Spurs?
For
sorry.
who? Good signing
Oh,
or bad signing for who?
Spurs have signed him.
No, we've not signed him yet.
Oh, I
Shit.
thought you was gonna say like
No,
Luton or something signed him.
Whoa!
Spurs are going after Solanke.
Woo!
Yums, 60
Yo,
to
hey,
65
yo.
million.
Wow.
60 to 65 million.
Wow.
Even
Let's
Man
call
United.
Let's call it 60.
Team
Let's
tactics.
call it 60.
Wow.
You know,
Postman
You're
is trying to.
not a fan. Why? Give me some context of why you're not a fan.
Postman's trying to keep up the tradition of not winning anything.
No,
He's
I'm
really
just-
trying.
All right, let me ask this: Is Solanke, is Hoyland better than Solanke?
Absolutely not.
Not
Absolutely
now.
not.
Hoyland better than Solanke?
Absolutely not.
Yo,
Rasmus, you're telling me you think Dominic Solanke is better than Rasmus Hoyland?
Hundreds.
He is.
Not
He
even
is.
like to a point. Yeah, if you want to argue that Hoyland, not that he could be better, that he is currently better than Dominic Solanke, I will actually knock like a point off how I perceive your football knowledge. Like if anybody actually wants to make, because to me,
I didn't know I had any points on your board. I'm just happy that I'm just happy that I've scored on your board of football knowledge. So I really appreciate that.
No,
Jay. I'll take that to sleep. I'll take that to sleep with me. But listen, hold on. Let me say something.
What's going on?
Dominic Solanke does not move any needles for Spurs.
Okay.
Not a single
19 goals and 3 assists last year says otherwise. I think one of the reasons why they've gone for him is and I don't know. I'm very confused about when people hear. I'm not speaking about here, but when people hear Solanke, they've got like this past vision of him rather than what he is turning into and evolving right now. He's over 6'4", athletic, got a great first touch, and this is what I think Ange is looking at, because a lot of the games that Spurs are going to have, teams they're going to be in the opposite position end in the opposition's end, and this is why I think they're going for Solanke over, for instance, the Toney. Solanke's got a better first touch. He's going to be in a lot more closer spaces.
Solanke's got a better first touch than Toney.
He does.
What?
Especially in the close spaces. He does.
What have you watched?
I've watched 19 goals and 3 assists in one season.
Well, can I?
Tony has a better
Let me just piggyback a tiny, because Stefan, you like, for me, there's a couple of points that you make about Solanke, which you parrot things that you've heard or little things you've seen, but you don't want to critically assess. So let's critically assess Dom Solanke, yeah, and let's understand why you don't think he's it. Me personally, I've got him as the 5th/6th best striker in the Premier League. I'm gonna say 5th. Yeah, I think Solanke is the 5th best striker in the Premier League. Yeah. In terms of like the player, he's coming off a 19-goal season. Yeah, I think 18 goals in open play. Now, all of these other strikers, yeah, like the Tony's best season in open play is like 12, I think. Not even that. So to say that Toney, who 2 years ago scored 12 goals, yeah, is a superior player to Solanke, who was on the books of Chelsea, who Liverpool bought. So to me, Solanke has a better pedigree than Toney as well. So if we're looking at the training development of these players, Solanke has a better pedigree. He's a guy from Cobham. Yeah, you can't argue Toney and Solanke's pedigree. So now you've got a guy who at 26 is putting it together, right? So when I look at the players, yeah, you look at someone like Watkins, how much would he cost? You look at any of the players that I think are better than Solanke, and they all cost more than 60 million. So your Haaland, your Watkins, your Isak. I personally put Jota, and I think you can make an argument for Nunes. So my point is all 5 of those players that I just named would cost more than 60 million pounds. So therefore, to me, there's not a striker you can buy who is Premier League proven or played in the Premier League and scored X number of goals, who is better than Solanke currently at all. And I'm willing to hear the rebuttal or rhetoric to counter my argument.
Hold on, Steph, because you're gonna go the long way round. Solanke's got 19 goals last season, 6 the season before that, and 3 before that. Ivan Toney has 36 in 85.
30
Not
before
three,
that.
no,
It's
not three.
30.
No, hold on, not three the season before that because he was in the championship.
It's 30.
And so, but
No, it's
actually, what
36.
happened is like the season you just talked about was 2 years prior. When
No,
he
I'm
was
saying
like
in total.
22.
In total.
First of
total.
all, okay.
Dominic Solanke for me, right? I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just don't think he improves. I don't think he
I
improves
agree.
Spurs at all.
Right.
I think he had a decent season
Okay.
last season, but this is not a player who, by any means of by any stretch of the word, is like a super potent goal threat.
Can I?
I don't think he is the player. I mean, look, time will tell, but I don't think he's the player that's gonna
How
make
much is he
Spurs
worth?
go up,
How much-
climb up the ladder and start
40 million, 35
challenging.
40 million, in my opinion.
40 million. So do you think that the reason
Huh?
prices
What the hell does 40 million get you in 2024?
No, but look, you see, last season he got 19 and 38. That's his best season, yeah.
Yeah.
Tony's best season is 20 and 33.
Yeah, but Solanke scored 18 non-penalty goals. Tony scored 12.
You still have to score the penalty.
I don't
That's not what he
would
said.
you rather,
That's not what
would
he
you
said.
rather have the player that scored 18 goals in open play or the player that scored 12 in open play?
I'd rather have the better player who is
more,
clearly
yeah.
So
Tony.
why is Tony the better player?
Because from what I've
Because
watched,
we just saw that Solanke scored more in the the last couple of seasons.
No, he
Solanke,
hasn't.
no, he
He
hasn't
hasn't.
scored
He
more. No,
hasn't.
he
What do you
hasn't
mean?
scored
Like,
more.
in
Stop
the
making
last
up
two-
stuff.
Okay, in the last 2 seasons, yeah. Right, listen.
Wasn't
Very simple,
Tony
yeah.
off for half the season?
Yeah.
Listen. Tony scored like 4 goals last season.
In
Open
17
play.
Because he was
games.
banned for
So
half of the
listen.
season.
If I'm judging a striker, truly, yeah, non-penalty goals is my preference.
Okay.
to say-
Guys,
to say-
I have the best rebuttal. When I said this about Cole Palmer, Jay said that I was shitting on a really good player. I said Cole Palmer is overrated because over half of his goals are penalty goals. And you wrote in the chat, you shit on me and said, "Oh, Stefan, if this was an Arsenal player, you would."
Right.
So you used this argument against Ivan
No,
Toney.
but
But you defend Cole Palmer.
Right, no, but Stefan, that's not the point I'm making in terms of if you're comparing 2 players. So if I was comparing 2 players that scored 20 goals and one player scored 12 goals and 8 were penalties, and the other player scored 20 goals, I'd obviously give a little bit more credit to the person who scored 20 goals. That's not to say that I would just shit on the person who scored 8 penalties, and I'm not shitting on Tony. I'm saying, why is Tony better than Solanke? They're 2 different things. If you're hearing me saying that Tony's crap, I'm not saying Tony's crap. I'm merely saying, for what reason is Tony better than Solanke?
He scored more goals.
But
He has a
Bournemouth
much better goal scoring ratio in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, his
how
goal
many
scoring ratio.
seasons? How many seasons has Tony got 20 plus goals?
All right, so last season
Yeah, but
he
you-
played 17 games, got 4 goals.
Yeah.
The season before that played 33, got 20. The
Yeah.
season before that played 33, got 12. Then before that is the championship, got 31 and 45. So over the past 1, 2, 3 Premier League seasons, he's got more goals in less games than Solanke.
No, but wait. Let me.
Open play goals. I'm not sure.
No, I'm just saying in total.
No, wait. Let me.
Okay. But
Forget. Let's forget Tony. Let's just look at Solanke as a pure sign.
Okay.
I completely agree with Yums, where it's not that Solanke is a bad player. He's just. He's not the type of player that raises the level of the
Yes, hard to
squad.
find the word. He's just not it, Stefan, isn't it?
No,
Okay,
he's
but
good.
Stefan,
He's good, but he's not. He's not.
All right, guys. What are the attributes?
Can I just ask Stefan?
No, the attributes. Go on.
Stefan, would you say £60 million is a reasonable amount of money to spend on a striker? Would you say period? Would you say a team spending £60 million on a striker? That's a good amount of money.
But that's so. Like,
no. But Stefan, yes or no? Is that a good amount of money? Is that a good amount of money?
Do you know why I'd be worried if I was Spurs with this signing?
But my point is that Stefan, for £60 million, you want us to go with the older Tony who has never.
No, Tony's 40.
So if you don't want us to buy Tony,
Tony's 40.
60 million. No, Stefan, here's £60 million. You don't want us to buy Tony. You can only spend £60 million, right? Now bring me the striking option that you think is guaranteed to score
I
more.
told you.
Oh, not Stefan. Let me
Okay.
land the point.
Okay.
That is guaranteed to score more goals than Solanke for Tottenham Hotspur, and Spurs can sign.
Okay.
So-
Okay. So what you're doing is recency bias because of only one good season.
I've just asked you a question, bro. I've asked you a question.
But Jay, let me.
Bro, you can answer the question how you want.
Okay.
Forget what you think I'm trying to do. Answer the question.
I will answer,
striker.
but give me a chance to to say it more clearly. What you're doing clear, here is using recency bias. So using his best season. So he's had one good season. Let's be honest. If in his whole career he's had two good seasons, one in the championship 2 or 3 years ago, and one last season. The other seasons he's been lackluster or pretty poor. Let's be honest. And then if you ask me which striker I would have signed for half the money, wait, let me answer. For half the money that you described, who's maybe not prem proven, but damn, the La Liga top goal scorer, who's very similar to Solanke in terms of attributes that you keep saying, pressing, running, in terms of shooting what. Artem Dovbyk for Girona was the top goal scorer for La Liga, just moved to Roma for 35 million quid, almost half of what you're going to pay for Solanke. And if you're going to do this where you sign a player off one hot season, I'm sorry. Let's look at the precedents of former Spurs signings that were done after one good season. And Ndombele went to shit. Lamella went to shit. Literally every single signing that you have done, that's a big one.
Right.
Let me just say something real quick, right? And this is what my fear with Spurs kind of is. And look, we got to see the season, so this could turn out to be wrong. My issue with Spurs is that they always back the manager for the first summer, and then the next summer when it's time to kick on, they don't give him the budget, because what you're saying, Jay, is for that money, what can we buy? Spurs need to be more ambitious than that and say, look, let's pull out the coffers for somebody who's really going to make us climb up the table. Even if we're spending an extra 20 million on a 60 million pound striker, you need to be backing the manager.
You guys are creating situations that can't exist. I've just explained to you. To me, there's only 4/5 players in the Premier League who.
But why is it only in the Why is it only in the Premier League? Why are you going out and getting a striker that's on the Premier League?
Because maybe if you're going to spend 60 million pound plus on a striker, and you want to make sure that they're definitely going to succeed, or give yourself a much higher chance of succeeding, why wouldn't we buy Premier League proven? Yeah, and if you can, why not? Like, so you guys, why are we got
Jay, that's so but what you're saying is what you're saying. No, I'm not saying that. But if you look at the best strikers in the Premier League throughout the years, right? Have they come from other Premier League clubs?
Pardon?
No. If you look at the best strikers in the Premier League, you don't have to buying somebody who's played in the Premier League. I can understand the person understands. Okay. Let me land you. I can understand the person understands the league. He might know the English way of football and all of that kind of stuff. How to carry yourself. Might live here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the signing that's going to take you up the table. Right, the best strikers throughout the years in the Premier League have not been bought from other Premier League clubs. They've been bought from overseas. So to me, that says you can buy a striker from overseas that's going to succeed. I don't know why Dominic Solanke is the best option you've got.
Right. So to count your point,
I just gave them a great option.
The track you said is ridiculous.
Dovbyk is ridiculous. The top goal scorer.
So to me, it's just very simple. Yeah, you can buy whoever the hell you want to buy. Isak, yeah. A lot of teams looked at Isak, 60-something million. They thought that's a bit expensive. We don't want to take the risk there. That's a high risk profile. He's had a few injuries. He's coming off a bad season. I'm saying if you look at the strikers you're going to buy, I like Openda. He's got an 80 million release clause next season. Yeah, not Openda not available. Yeah, at Gyökeres, similar risk profile to Solanke.
But that's my point, though, Jay. Why isn't Spurs going in for
risk on Gyökeres?
But let's just set Openda, right? For me, Openda's a sick baller, right? just because he's got an £80 million release clause, it does not mean Spurs do not go in there and try and negotiate that price and get 60 million.
That's not available till next summer. So he has no release clause this window, right? So he's basically unavailable.
But Spurs should still be throwing their hat in that ring.
He's unavailable. The player is unavailable.
No player is unavailable, Jay.
Bro, there is
not a single player on this planet that is unavailable.
Listen, Wirtz is unavailable this summer. The player is unavailable.
There is no. I'm sorry. There is no player that you don't try and sign. If Spurs go in and they try and negotiate and then the club say we're not selling for less than something stupid, then fair enough. But to not even try and just say,
how do you know we've not tried, bro? I am 100% sure. Obviously not 100 because I don't know, but I am 90% sure that my club has inquired at least with appendix A.
And that's the problem. That's where we've got to now, where we probably disagree because I don't see noises from Spurs.
I want to get someone else's view. Sorry, guys. I want to get Toon Tactics, and then I haven't heard from Chinks on his views on it as well.
Yeah.
So I want to ask Toon Tactics, what is your opinion of Solanke? What makes up a good striker? What are the attributes, in your opinion, that a striker should have for a very front-footed team like like Tottenham? Like, what do you think that should look like?
Yeah, exactly. And I think why Tottenham are going for Solanke is for a number of attributes. Is that not only is he good at there's a scouting report on him actually a year before he went into the Premier League. They said that he's excellent now within the box. His shot conversion rates, whilst he takes at least 3 or 4 touches within the box and he converts chances. What happened that season in the Championship? He got 30 plus goals. Then he goes into the Premier League and gets 19 goals. If you look at his shots, the way he takes them from, where's the majority are from the box. What is Tottenham's main attack and how they do it well? It's the cutback, it's the wing play. Hence why Solanke is there. Not only that, is that when Solanke is very good at driving with the ball, where does he drive the ball from? From the left or the right side of
his XG conversion isn't great, Toon.
It's terrible, actually.
His XG conversion isn't great.
Eddie Nketiah is better.
The sentence, gentlemen, from the left or from the right side of the pitch, what happens if he goes on the left side of the pitch and he's driving with the ball? Who goes into the center? It's Mr. Son, who's very good at converting chances. Son played very similar way with Harry Kane. All that Tottenham are trying to do, in my view, is almost replicate that kind of sign. Not totally, he's not Harry Kane, I'm not saying that. But at least that particular play pattern, that style of play with Solanke, he's an exceptional not target man. He can't, what's the better way of putting it?
Exceptional?
Yeah, I think exceptional is the wrong. Solanke and exceptional. Those 2 words shouldn't go in the same sentence.
No, wait. Can I just?
You know who's got a better XG conversion rate?
Eddie Nketiah.
But much better. Not even close better.
But you know why?
The person who's not good at all, the person who's terrible, has got a better shot conversion.
I'm sure he scored like 18 off like 18 and a bit XG. Well, so when you say he's got a terrible XG conversion rate, that doesn't sound right.
His XG conversion. So, I'm looking at him now. His XG conversion rate is actually pretty.
And I know
he's actually pretty bad.
He didn't really underperform XG last season, so I'm very curious.
Wait, guys.
I mean, he did.
Guys, let's stop arguing. I'm getting out the actual stats right now on his XG. Okay, let's stop arguing.
For last season, yeah.
Yeah, for last season, right now.
The guy scored
okay, so his wait, guys. So his non-penalty XG is 0.47. So he basically scores almost half of the actual chances he gets. He's in the 77th percentile.
Yes.
So he's a good finisher.
He's good, but he's not.
So that's very different to what you said a second ago, Stefan.
Yes.
Eddie, by the way, wait. I just want to point out in this same metric that you guys all ridicule, Eddie Nketiah is better than him. Eddie Nketiah is in the 82nd percentile.
So we need to speak of Eddie Nketiah as highly as we do Solanke then.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I don't rate Eddie Nketiah.
No, not you, Steph. I mean, these two.
I just want to point out the bias that in terms of like how stats can sometimes yeah, he might have scored 19 goals, but go watch him play.
What I'm saying, okay, why
You
this is
watch
why
him play.
this is why this is genuous. They're not just buying him for a short conversion rate, though that helps. They're buying him in terms of how he integrates with Tottenham and makes them better. Having Solanke doesn't just make Solanke better; it makes the whole front line better. It makes gives Human Son more chances to score and to convert, which we know he's very, very good at.
How do we all know this though?
Because
let's face it.
Yeah.
This team ain't better than the best team Harry Kane plays.
He's
in. Harry
slightly
Kane's better than
underperformed.
Solanke. So we're not saying that he's atrocious like you're saying. We're just saying he's not it.
Yeah,
that's all we're saying.
We're
and at
saying
60 million, he definitely ain't it.
Can
That's all our argument.
add in real quick? So are you saying that Toney? Would you say Tony's a better fit than a Solanke?
I'm saying Tony's a better player entirely.
A better player in your opinion,
and statistically.
Jinx,
well,
can I just answer it from a stylistic point of view? If you look at Harry Kane, the most lethal.
Block David Jameson, please. He's typed like 5 times that Solanke.
No, it's fine.
And that is bullshit. That is utter bullshit.
Yeah. He talks. Let him talk. Wait. I just want to.
Blasphemy, yeah.
If you look at stylistically, the most lethal Tottenham attack was when Harry Kane played with Son, and Harry Kane would drop back, take the defenders with him, and then Son would run in between the actual lines and run through, and Harry Kane would find him. Solanke is the opposite of that. Solanke runs into space. He's a counter-attacking forward. Toney, who everybody says is not a fit for Spurs, best attack, Spurs' best attack and best formation with Harry Kane was Toney. Toney drops back and builds up play. Solanke is not good at that. People would say Solanke's best at running.
I do agree with this. To Stefan and Jinx. Is he clear of Jesus?
What?
Is he clear?
No, he is. He's better than Havertz.
Are we actually asking me this nonsense? Because so boom. Let me just go to his stats. The guy who has scored, where is his stats? I deleted them. He's got 6 and 3 goals in a season, playing 30 plus games. He had one good season. So is that what qualifies you?
How many goals has Jesus scored in the last 2 seasons?
Purple patch. He's Mr. Purple Patch.
How many goals has Jesus? Hey, listen! Don't make me search stats and find out if Solanke scored more goals last season than Jesus scored in the last.
He probably did.
Jesus was injured. Jesus was constantly injured.
So no, but wait, this is where I just like to keep the consistency. So based on the fact that Solanke has scored more goals than Jesus is better than him. So when you apply that same logic that Toney scored more goals than Solanke, why does it not work when I do?
He hasn't scored more open play goals.
Why now it goes to open play?
The Brentford get more penalties. What I'm trying to say to you.
No, but hold on, Jay.
I actually get it.
Steph already just spelled that. No, but hold on. Yeah,
if you was waking up every day. Right, if you're waking up every day, you're checking Ornstein.
Yeah,
it's nothing. You're checking Sky Sports. No yellow bar. Okay. Spurs is not being mentioned with anyone. Like the first name that does get mentioned, you're gonna pray it's gonna work, isn't it? You're gonna be like, yeah, Dominic Solanke. But the fact is, he's just not him. Solanke's just not that guy.
The thing is like you can give us anecdote, you can give us poorly put together anecdotes.
I know I'm not great with anecdotes, Jay. I wish I had your
is based on anything substantive.
I wish I had your vibes.
It's just like you don't like the man.
We've been looking at substantive. You said that he's a great striker. We looked at his XG conversion.
What's wrong with Solanke?
We looked at his XG conversion, and he's not as good as Rasmus Højlund in his XG conversion. Then you asked for players who
no, bro. Why is Højlund better than Solanke? What aspects of football is he better than Solanke? Better finisher? Better movement?
For me, he's a better finisher. He's got better movement. He's got better hold-up play. For me. But anyway, let me finish, right? You then said, oh, what players could we get? Stefan gave you 2 within 2 minutes, and that's not good enough.
Right.
And then Chink said, hold on a minute, you're saying if he scored more goals than this, and he's saying, so hold on, why is it when I give you that same analogy, you're poo-pooing it? Like, let's just face it, innit?
Yoms, you don't listen. This is the problem, yeah? each of these points are not actually how you explain them just now. Yeah. For example, yeah, if you're looking at Solanke at 60 million, to me, okay, Dovbyk, he went for what, 40 million
40.
or something? Yeah. He's coming off his
35.
breakout season. He's coming off his breakout season. Yeah. Is there a risk? Do you remember Piatek? Do you remember Piatek back in the day? You know, the gun celebration.
But Piatek, wait.
Where's he now? I don't know. If you're going to tell me, no, Stefan, if you're going to tell me that buying a player who just scored X number of goals in the Premier
he was
League,
the La Liga top goal scorer,
bro,
for Girona.
What does that tell me in the Premier League? How does that help me? Like, and why does that make him a less risky signing?
Jay, this is what.
Point?
No, but there's been so many things thrown at you to dispel this point. Yom's already addressed that.
There's
Because saying,
bro, you've not thrown anything at me.
Let me continue. So Yom's already said that the best strikers like forward into the Premier League are typically not from here, innit? So and then Steph's give you several guys not from here, and then you keep throwing this Premier League proven. In 3 seasons, he's only hit double digits once.
Right.
He's not actually Premier League. He's been
proven
decent
is the purple patch.
Right.
Arsenal should have never bought Henry. United should have never bought Van Nistelrooy.
Right.
City should have never bought Haaland.
All we're saying is, I think that there's someone internationally where that money can be spent better.
So, and I'm saying to you, yeah, I'm looking. So he's gonna say the La Liga top scorer, yeah. You know, he should have been our target, right? I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, I get it. He looks a good player in terms of how he translates into the Premier League. I'm not sure. I'd say, okay, that's a viable option, yeah. So the rest of the options, I'm assuming they look at Solanke as the best option, right? As in, if you're going to tell me that spending the money on Solanke is not as good as spending the money on Dovbyk, I'm going to say, nah, that's just as risky, yeah. Arguably riskier than Solanke.
So
at least with Solanke, you have a team who plays 4-2-3-1/4-3-3 in Bournemouth. You have a team that's pressing. Yeah, so you've got aspects that you're buying a player directly from with similarities to how you're going to play. There's so much less.
You know what? If you want to spend 65 million on Solanke, you're better off going City and saying, "I'll give you 75 million for Julian Alvarez."
Well, and this is what your point was, Joms. Because remember, your point was your point was prefaced with they back the guy in the first season, and in the second season they don't. So we're saying, if we're really going to back the guy, I think Watkins would be a better buy than Solanke. But he's going to cost. He's going to cost more. Everyone's available for the right price.
So you want us to spend £100 million? Yeah, on 29-year-old Ollie Watkins, rather than spending £60 million on Solanke and gambling that he can get to those levels.
Who's 27? Let's not act as if Solanke.
He's 26.
He's turning 27.
Then say he's turning 27. Then say
he's 26. He's 26 and 328. He's 26 and 328 days, Jay.
But maybe Watkins might not be right.
He's getting annoyed at us. We're not saying he's a shit player. No,
you are saying that. You are saying that.
I'm not saying he's shit.
You are saying.
I'm not. I'm just saying he's not exactly what Yom said. Exactly. He's not moving the needle for Spurs, in my opinion.
How many goals was Solanke?
The thing with Richarlison, yeah.
Hold on. Just the harmless. Solanke is on an upward trajectory. Actually, he consistently improved the last 3 seasons.
That's
so
what
going
I'm saying.
From 3 goals to 6 goals. Shut up.
What do you mean, bro? You keep looking at. You keep missing out that you're looking at it, and I can see you're looking at the Premier League stats, and I can see that there's a gap of 2 seasons between the last 2 seasons that you keep conveniently ignoring every time. He didn't play 3 seasons in a row in the Premier League, has he?
Not in a row.
Also, now you say now you want to add context when I.
So championship goals are included.
Right, bro. Listen. At the end of the day, yeah.
Toney still has more.
Listen,
no. We need to change it. We need to change it, Jay. He's not Premier League proven. He's Championship.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, listen. The guy's coming off a 19-goal season. He's ready to blow up. Yeah, Spurs are getting a guy in his prime who is arguably ready to take the next step. You're not going to get a better profile for Tottenham, especially in terms of that striker profile, than Solanke at this moment.
When did Toney?
He's the right guy for the right thing. So
how old was Toney when he got those 12 goals in the Premier League? Does anyone know?
26, 27, 20, the same
26,
age as Solanke.
Same age as Solanke.
I think they're like two. I think there's a 2-year difference, but I just want to say what Jay is describing is basically the ones, he's prem proven because of one season. So basically, Michu from Swansea, if everybody remembers.
Yeah, I remember. That's my go-to for one hit wonder.
He had one really good season, like one top. I think he scored like 18 or I think it was 17 or 18 goals, and then he disappeared off the face. He was like Vanilla Ice. He had one good song, and then that was it.
See, this is
that was it.
But Stefan, you mentioned Gyökeres, but Gyökeres did one season in the Championship, then he went to the Portuguese League, which is probably a level below the Championship.
No, it's not.
It is. And then you're asking Tottenham to go and risk £80 million on a player that hasn't played in the Premier League, hasn't really proved himself at the same level that Solanke has. And so it doesn't make sense.
I'm not. I never even mentioned Gyökeres. He asked me for 2 players. No, I didn't. I said 2 players. I said Dovbyk and I said Toney. I never said Gyökeres.
Is there wait, guys? Is there an argument to say that because Toney was a late bloomer in 26, 27, that's when he got his 12 goals for Brentford? Would you say there's a fair argument to say Solanke's the same, or is that a pipe dream?
Solanke's worse though, no?
Yeah,
because
it could be.
Just to throw it out there, just to make it fair, because now it's 2 versus 2. I thought, right, let me
I just noticed. I can't even say.
No, but Ash, I just want to ask your opinion, because you're asking us, what is your opinion?
My opinion is, I think it's a lot of money to pay for him. I do understand the market, and I do understand it's 20%, blah, 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 blah. I think, does he fit the system? Yeah, I think he does fit the system. I think he can link play well. I think he can run off. He can hold a line well. He's not clinical. That's one thing I will say. I'm there with you guys, because I remember watching him at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
He missed sitters.
I was like, brother. And then I think the 2 centre-backs had him in the pocket. I'm not going to lie to you. But even away from home, I thought, let me see him again. The season before that, when he scored, I thought, Solanke, a player there.
But what do you mean? The season before, he dashed us up when they beat us 3-2.
That's what I'm saying. The season before that, I looked at him and I said, that's Solanke, brother. He's all right. And he had a good link-up. That's the one thing I did notice about him. Him and Philip Billing, their link-up was crazy. And I like players like, do you remember, like, I'm not comparing it to these players, but I just like link-up players. Like, you remember, like, Chiesa, Batistuta. I'm not calling him that, so people calm down. But I'm just saying, Teddy Sheringham and Klinsmann, and like Dwight York and Andy Cole. I like players that can do that quick link interchange. And I think he's got that. He's good at driving the ball. He's good at dribbling. He can beat him, man. If you go direct into him, he can hold it up. And those are the things that kind of spoke to me before the 17 goals. That's that when I first saw him in a Bournemouth shirt, and he had a 6-goal return. I even put him in my fantasy, and I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't put him in my fantasy because he's not banging. But he caught my eye then, is what I'm trying to say. Could he do it for Spurs? I'm a bit shook, because we've had it before where we get players like Richarlison, like they're good for Everton, and then they come to us.
He's a better buy than Richarlison.
I'm just saying it could be his level. I'm just saying Solanke for Bournemouth, that could be his level. That's
wait, I just want to ask Ash, and I want them to be fully honest.
Go for it.
When we did our postseason, like what kind of our first like transfer postseason, like what do we want as transfers?
Yeah,
a lot of Spurs fans. I don't remember if Jay or you said that you guys want.
Tony.
No, a number. I want you guys to be honest. If you said that you wanted a potential striker, did any of you, when they asked you which striker do you want, did any of you list Solanke in your top 3? Be honest.
Okay, can I? I'm gonna rebuttal this, because this only just came to my head. When Liverpool bought Jota, yeah. When everyone was looking at who Liverpool should buy, sometimes it's not the player that comes to mind immediately when you think of who should I get, that is the actual best player. Because nobody linked Jota to Liverpool that window. I never even heard Liverpool fans talk about Jota.
But he's still.
But then they signed him, and he was the right player for the team. I firmly believe as soon as you look at Solanke, look at what he does, look at how he plays, like he's the right signing for Tottenham at this moment in time. Like next summer, they can obviously look again. But if you have the opportunity, Richarlison's not a bad striker. His problem is availability. Yeah, he scored, I don't know what, 12, 13 goals last season.
Against the
He wasn't
shittest teams.
available. Mate,
Yeah, I think that's a big argument.
His availability. If you put Solanke in this team and he's fit, he's back in 20 goals. Comfy.
The thing is,
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna say this.
Just before you go, Steph, just to add on to your point.
Yeah.
I looked at Solanke's goals last season to see who he scored against, to see what type of player he is. And I think the only big team he scored against
Was it Man United?
Man United. And Man United, their centre backs, they had a 17-year-old
Yeah.
partnered by
No, he scored against them at Old Trafford.
Yeah, Old Trafford, yeah. At Old
And he
Trafford.
also scored against them at home when they were at home.
Yeah, but both of their centre back pairings weren't their first team centre back pairings. One was a 17 or 18-year-old academy kid, and the other one was either Lindelof or it was what's his face?
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans. Yeah. So then I was like, oh, can I really count that? You see what I'm trying to say? Aston Villa he scored against. I don't know if you count that as a top.
Chelsea? Did he manage?
No,
he didn't.
Chelsea. He wasn't
He
Chelsea.
didn't. It was 0-0.
Was it Newcastle as well? Did he score against you lot?
Who?
Solanke.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why some people have a high esteem, because I've noticed Man United fans have high esteem with him because he scored against them.
But that's Man United fans.
No, I'm just saying, and that's why Toon probably has a high esteem because he scored against them. And then Jay, obviously, and I, we remember not last season, but the season before when he did score. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's your only.
No,
but I'm just looking at the big teams. Has he really stepped up? And that's where I look at my players. Can he score against a Chelsea? Can he score against an Arsenal? Can he stick it to does he at Liverpool? Can he score against Liverpool?
Saliba and Gabriel in the Bournemouth game, both
exactly.
games.
If they bully him, I'm like, I've got concerns.
That's the point but that's the point, as in you have to give the for me, if you're bringing a player like this in, you give him the opportunity to play with better quality players with a different style of play, and you're saying, I think you're looking at the player and trusting that he can make this step up. Like I say, if you want to buy, I don't mind gambling on a striker, but you're gambling on your season to an extent and purpose. Yeah, if you're looking at all the strikers and you say Vlahovic is the guy, cool. If you say Jonathan David is the guy,
that's
cool.
frustrating me seeing
it's
that.
just delusional, man.
What happened? Well, I missed that.
There's all of this
That's
rubbish about Arsenal.
Solanke starts for Arsenal. Like the delusion.
He could very well start for Arsenal. It's not
he can't.
Of course he. Well, what do you mean? Of course he can. He outscored all of your players last season.
Yeah, but when you say, so I'm honestly saying,
I said he could start for Arsenal. You guys shut it down. Why are you shooting it down so
you know what it is? Bingo, you know what I think we've just realized, Steph? Maybe our estimation of what we think of Spurs is too high, because we could actually sit here and say, I really feel, if Eddie Nketiah played 38 or 40 odd games a season, he'd probably bang there towards 18 and 20. Do you get what I mean?
Jinx, I believe if Eddie Nketiah plays for a Crystal Palace, game in, game out, I think he gets at least
he's going to get goals.
10, 12 goals. I'm serious.
And you get what I'm saying? But even us knowing that, though, Steph, we know, even with that being included, he's not good enough for us.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
So the whole point of people talking about he starts for Arsenal, Nketiah started for Arsenal, and he's still not good enough for us.
That's why Arteta gave him the number 14 shirt and raised his wages.
No, he wanted it himself. Arteta doesn't care about shirts. If you really think Arteta was basing his whole season on using Nketiah as a striker, we're just here for comical views and not real football talk, if we're being genuine. But all I'm saying is the whole using Jota as an example as well. Jota,
was a quality player.
No, but Jota is a drop-in guy. We're not buying him to start and take out or whatever our players. He's just when the level drops off. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And even you said it in yourself. Next season we might have to go again. We're probably thinking at Spurs as a player to raise the ceiling, and we don't think Solanke is the guy to raise the ceiling. If he's going to be 1 of 4 or 1 of 5, cool, he's good enough for that.
I just want to add to Chinks. I guarantee you, Chinks, that if Arsenal, it's the same like Timo Werner. When Spurs sign Timo Werner, it's a low risk, high value type of signing. If Man United or Arsenal had signed Timo Werner, what the fuck? He's shit. If Arsenal had signed Solanke, I guarantee you Jay is fucking laughing at us.
I've never laughed at it. People always try and speak on like I'm not here to actually volunteer my opinion about something. I'm right here. You don't have to say what Jay would say. Jay wouldn't say anything. When Arsenal signed Jorginho, I said, cool signing. Like I didn't know.
Jorginho's a quality player.
You think I'm a lot more critical of Arsenal than I actually am. It's very simple, yeah.
Newcastle.
Even in all of this bluster and rhetoric, people are saying that Solanke's mid. He doesn't move him. He hasn't got
that's
the order.
exactly. That's
but
exactly
nobody is saying what's the problem with his gameplay. What's the problem?
We just named you all of his problems.
Football? You're saying in the past he didn't score enough goals. You said while he was flopping at Chelsea and Liverpool and Bournemouth, other players who were highly regarded, like Jared Bowen, they were in the damn championship. So we're penalizing him for playing at a higher level and not cutting it. But other players who were at a lower level, who were doing it in lower leagues, and as soon as he went down to those leagues, he killed those leagues, was top scorer in those leagues and stuff.
He wasn't top scorer in the championship.
I'm like, nobody's giving me any reason to not think that Solanke is going to be anything other than a success, apart from, judging him on his past. Let's judge him on his present and his future.
Okay.
Hey, preach.
Okay. I'm gonna. There he is. Preach is back.
Hey, we might have to.
Preach is back from the wilderness. Now Liverpool are signing players. It's exciting. Preach.
Stefan's got no chill, bro.
Hey, preach. Have you got a sell-on clause? Have you got a sell-on clause for Solanke?
They do actually. 20%.
20%. They're eating off our deal, man. I want it to go through. They get 20%. A little 10 mil, innit? They get like 10 mil, and that's what helps them to get Zubomendi, innit? Yeah, man. What preach? You say it to me. What do you think about this whole Solanke? You see it? You hear that there? No? All right, cool. Yeah, what do you reckon?
Still on mute, man. He's still on mute.
Can you hear us? Preach, can you hear us?
Appreciate that sound, man.
You know what it is? Solanke's not atrocious. We're not saying he's trash, but I just like.
He's not a needle mover, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Spurs are not my worst enemy, and he might do well. I wish him the best. I think there's something else you can do that's better. That's all I'm saying.
All right, what are you telling me, preach? What do you think?
What's up?
Yeah, what go on, Tune?
Hey, frenemies, Hey, that's the chill. Hey, for Jay and Stefan, we're gonna call it frenemies.
Yeah. Big up the gang still. Yeah, good show so far. Yeah.
Hey, listen, what's your thoughts, bro? Let's get to it, man. We ain't got all.
No, at first, when it got brought up, I was like, Solanke for real. I think he passes the eye test. Yeah,
eye test. Okay.
Yeah, but the evidence, it was all coming in. It was too much stats, too much receipts.
So stat pads in.
I was like, no, it doesn't really make sense. And then I started thinking, and I was like, everything Jay said, we said when we was gonna get it. I was kind of like, you know what? I've heard that before. I said that still. I'm like, I think you want the deal. I think you want the deal, Jay, and that's why you're like supporting him, which is good. But you see, his standards is not what you need. Like, he's showing the same standards that he did at Liverpool, but what he does is good for lower teams. It's not good enough for the big teams. It's like it's not enough. You get me? So,
what are you basing that on?
As in when he was at Liverpool.
But he's not the same. He's not the same player that he was 4/5 years ago.
Well, his style's the same. It's just
Well, he's
improved.
obviously
It's
a
just
far
improved.
superior player. So he hasn't had the opportunity to play for a top six side yet.
So you're gonna tell me that he didn't have an opportunity to play for Liverpool?
I'm saying that he's not the same player that he was 4/5 years ago.
I swear it was underclocked as well.
He got I was actually surprised that because I had the impression that he never got a chance at Liverpool. Like he was completely.
Are we gonna argue that this guy isn't a dramatically better player than he was 4 years ago? Like,
no,
are we actually gonna? Because all I want to know is, are we gonna do this conversation with a lack of actual just like? But if we are, I don't mind because I can do pure objective. But are we actually talking like he's the same guy that he was at Liverpool? Because really.
So what are your expectations for next season then? Because I don't see him helping with much.
Well,
because I see in the comments he said he'll keep you at 8th, and I thought we were planning to do better than that.
No, he reckons Europa. Jay, you're Europa, isn't it? Europa.
Listen, I'm still struggling here with why you guys think that the guy who scored this many goals last season, and by the way, at Bournemouth, when Bournemouth went up, they had Scott Parker, and they were a terrible side. This is just 2 seasons ago, terrible side. Then Gary O'Neill eventually came in, improved the side, and Solanke actually had a pretty decent season. In the end, I think it was like 9 GA, but under O'Neill. Then they got the Spanish manager in, and he got 19 goals. So basically, under the last 2 decent managers, he's done all right. He's done well, good even across 18 months, not even 12, 18 months.
He's done good enough for the lower league teams.
What do you mean, Bo? The only 3 players scored more goals than him last season.
There's an argument to say real quick before you come and preach that at Liverpool, he was a young man, 21, and he only played 22 games. Just for example, I think last season was under Areola, I think his name is. A lot more attacking brand of football. And he actually came in and he said, "You're playing far too deep. I need you to play 10 meters higher up." And as a result of that, that's what you saw upturn in his productivity, in his goals, his assists, etc., his goal involvement, blah, blah, whatever you want to call it. So do you think it's a thing when, that's why I said before, is it a late bloomer where Toney started only playing when he was 26, he started getting in the goals, he got the 12 goals when he was 26, 27, and then he went on to do the numbers that he did the following season. Could you argue that it's the same thing with Solanke? He's 26, turning 27 in September, and then the following season, are Spurs trying to strike the deal whilst the striker's on the upward trajectory? Or is it a thing where, like what these men are saying, he only scores against,
No, you said
teams. Well, okay, you didn't say that.
That's possibly. No,
you said he had one good season.
But you're saying, purple patch. You're saying purple patch, for example. And that's one of my worries as well.
No, I just want to ask, how can you call somebody proven after one season?
That's proven.
No,
how is that proven?
Listen, every striker Spurs want to buy right now has risk. There's no striker that doesn't have risk.
But some have less risk.
Solanke actually has less risk than most of the other strikers Spurs could. The only argument you've got against him is really he's not done it long enough. Not he can't do it, not he's not capable of doing it, not he's not quality. It's just he hasn't done it for long enough for some of you. Cool. I'll take that risk over some of the other risks that you've got for other players. He makes the most logical sense for Tottenham.
I think you're looking at it
wrong. That
doesn't
mean that there's not other players that I might prefer, but he makes the most logical sense if you actually look at it.
Are you saying if you're saying like you want to build a squad?
Yeah.
If you say he's a squad player,
bingo.
I'm saying in a year's time, Spurs are likely to buy another striker.
Wait. £60 million, 60 G's on a squad
player. But come on now, like 60. You've got to keep in mind though. Steph, I get what you're saying, but you've got to keep in mind that not every single player we buy is worth that money.
No, I get it.
It's not always that. Like when you get a young player, they want compensation just because of what they missed out in the future, which didn't happen. Like prices don't actually mean that they're that good. Like
is that good? That's not good business, though. Do you get what I mean? Because
Well,
you
you
you lot are choosing to pick the one good season and ignore all the bad. All we're saying is that
Can we say the same with Havertz, or is that not? No, that's not.
Hey,
Say
Jay,
what?
I think Jay,
I
you know,
would-
I think Jay
you got
started the
Havertz
argument.
of two average seasons, no?
No, I
Say that again.
agree.
Okay season.
I thought the money that we paid for Havertz was way overpriced, and to this day, I think he was overpriced.
How? Like, he's obviously
65
doing a good
million?
job now.
65 million for a guy that had.
You know what?
Wait, say,
I
Faze,
respect-
before you go into it, Faze, wait, I'll swear. So, has he made that money up? Has he paid that money back?
Okay, Preach. Can I ask you this
Not
question?
yet.
Please.
Not yet.
Have you
Not
has he
yet.
paid that money?
But, no, not yet. But if he continues, his form,
Do you reckon he will? Do you reckon he will?
if we play him through the middle and he continues the form that he had in 2024,
yeah,
I think yes. I think Preach by the end of next
That's what Jay's saying for. That's what Jay's saying for Solanke. You're saying for Havertz, if you give him another year.
Yes,
Jay's only saying.
But the difference
use the
between
price.
me and Jay.
I agree with you, but you can't use the price tag as a.
But guys, wait. Let me answer. The difference between me and Jay is that I admit that paying 65 million for Havertz at the time when we paid it was overpriced massively. Jay doesn't think that.
I don't think 60 million for Solanke is overpriced. I think if you look, I'm looking at the date. You guys are not. You like to. I think a lot of people like to judge things in isolation. Yeah, they don't like to look at
just to cut you there. I think in this example, you're the person looking at in isolation of one season, and we're looking at his old career. And
I'm looking at what's fair market value and what things cost. Period. Whether or not you think he's worth it because he's done it for this long. He's coming off a 19 goal season in the best league in the world. Yet. He's English and he's 26. Yeah, like I don't know what you think 27. That should go for. Like to me, 60 million is about right. You could probably get 55 if they're feeling generous, but overall, none of the players. You can't get Watkins for that. You can't get Isak for that. You can't get Nunes for that. You can't get Jota for that. You can't get any of those.
You can get Toney. You can get Toney for that.
Well, why does no one else want Tony?
Why does no one want Tony?
Because, as I have told you before,
because he's a prick.
Because he's a prick. That's why nobody is paying him.
So now we're the fools. But so now we don't spend money. But now when we want to spend money, we're spending money stupidly. Why can't it just be good scouting and saying this guy is ready to go, and we're gonna get him before he blows up, and then he's on everyone's radar. Teams look at Solanke and they say,
Jay, your notion of blowing up doesn't match with the value. Getting somebody before they blow up is buying them for 15, 20 million. Wait, let me just finish. If Solanke blows up, Jay, that means that he's gonna be 100 to over 100 million pound player by the time he blows up.
Isak.
Yeah.
But they bought Isak.
How many goals did he have in the league?
How many? Stefan, tell me. The season before Newcastle bought Isak, how many goals did he score? 6.
Yeah, his goal scoring record.
Newcastle spent 60 million pound plus on a striker that scored 6 goals because they believed in what he could bring to the table, because they knew if he scored at the rate that they thought he could score at the following season, he's gone. We're not going to be able to sign him. It was an educated gamble by a good data and scouting team.
But see here,
now it looks cheap, no?
But wait, Jay. See here, you're being disingenuous. Because
how?
I'll tell you how. Because they bought Isak for that money. How old was he when you bought him, too?
22.
22, not 27. There's a major difference. There's a major difference because that is at least 4 to 5 years of development potentially, and then even if he doesn't pan out, they can still sell him.
But that proves Jay's point. It does, because he wasn't Premier League proven. He's literally scored 6 goals in the previous season. It was a bigger risk. It paid off.
much bigger risk than Solanke.
Coming off a season of 19 goals, Premier League proven. He's probably
Stop saying that. He's not Premier League proven.
Has he played in the Premier League?
Proven?
Has he just played in the Premier League and scored 19
so many
goals?
players who have played in.
That's called proven.
No, it's not. One season doesn't mean you're proven. If you do something once and you can never do it again,
longevity-wise, he's not done it for a long time.
How can he be proven? How can he be proven if he has no longevity?
They never said that about Salah first season. You
what do you mean, bro? Listen, as somebody that's somebody that's seen Kane, seen Salah, seen Bowen, seen Son. Trust me when I say a lot of these players, when they start scoring, they keep scoring. Yeah, it doesn't just go away.
But if they change clubs straight away.
Preach. Stop personalizing it about Liverpool. Salah has proved it. Salah has proved it for 6-7 years now. Harry Kane proved it for 6-7 years.
Right? You're asking two different things. That's longevity and consistency. We're talking within the context of where he's had proven. Just means have you done it before? It's not how long you've done it, how well you've done it. Has Solanke played in the Premier League? Yeah. Has he scored in the Premier League? He's Premier League proven. The next question is, the semantics now. The next question is, can he go from good to very good?
Okay. Let me ask this question. Because he scored 19 goals, which was a great goal scoring season for him. Has he peaked? That's my question to you guys. Because I just want to point this out. I know you guys are going to say, call me a Spurs hater. James Maddison had great numbers at Leicester. With the injuries, he came to Spurs. He had his worst season in 6 years, and that includes Norwich City. I just want to point that out because everybody said the moment Maddison moves from Leicester with better players, he's going to have more assists, more goals, more attack. He had a worse season than any season that he had under Leicester. So do not worry that paying that money for Solanke that he might have peaked for Bournemouth. He might have peaked. Is there?
That's like Pepe. That's like any player there. That's a risk for any player.
Pepe. Okay.
That's like anybody.
Is Pepe, Nicholas Pepe, Premier League proven?
Oh, I've got.
Do you all agree?
You know what? Yeah, I was just thinking this in my head, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna show something to Stefan. I'm gonna put it private just for a second, so you can share it. Like, here you go. Right. Put this up, please. Ash, put this up. Put this link up. Put it up.
Give me 2 seconds.
You'll like this, boys. You'll like this. My brain worked this one quickly. Have you put it up for me?
So they bid for the top goals, one of the top goal scorers in the Premier League.
Okay, all right. Now, can I just check?
He was the top goal scorer, wasn't he?
Can I just check? What was Jamie Vardy's goal scoring record prior to Arsenal? Yeah, trying to trigger a transfer.
How much was the release clause, Jay? Can you please name it? The number?
Was
20 million.
20 million.
So 3 times less.
29-year-olds.
Yeah, 3 times less.
Oh no, but Stefan, but why are you buying for a player just off one high-scoring season? Like, isn't that what we're saying here? As in, like, you guys wanted to make Jamie Vardy your leading striker after 1.5 seasons of data.
You're making me go into Jamie Vardy's stats now. Okay, let's see
Vardy's stats.
Wait.
But even one and a half years which he displayed was still more consistent than Solanke.
How many? So Vardy scored what? He had a 5 in 34 game season in season
2014.
Which year is this? Can you tell me which year is this bid?
15, 16. Hold on. 15, 16. He got 24 in 36. No, I'm doing the whole stat. I'm doing everything. 14, 15, he got 5 and 34. 15, 16, he got 24 and 36. 16, 17,
stop.
20, 37. No, let's do the whole picture.
No, because
20,
you bid in 2016.
17, 18.
You bid in 2016.
And in those 2 seasons, he still outscored Solanke.
No, he had one season where he scored 5 goals, and he had one season where he scored 24 goals, and you guys wanted to go and make him your starting striker.
Yes.
What?
And that was under Wenger. Our recruitment wasn't good.
So he had one poor season, one good season, and you guys said, "Let me make this guy our starting."
And he still had better numbers than Solanke.
Oh, now we do, bro. It's the same context. You had one season that you were poor, one season that you scored well, and now you want to go and buy that player. But when Spurs want to do it, it's too much of a gamble.
But Jay, I'll tell you why. Again, this is so disingenuous.
How?
This is when Arsenal. Wait. This is when Arsenal was run terribly. Was run when our transfer business was run under Wenger. If you could point out an example of Arteta trying to sign a player like this with a similar goal-scoring ratio to Solanke, I would respect that and say, you know what?
As well,
point proven.
I also think it's because he never lived up to his hype as well. I feel like there's a.
What do you mean he never lived up to his hype? Oh, Solanke, you mean? I thought you were talking about Vardy. Vardy, I was like, Vardy want to leave.
He didn't live up to his hype as well, so I think it plays a part. You could be right with what you're saying, innit? Like if you get him.
As much as I'm enjoying this chat, yeah. As much as I'm enjoying this chat, and we can always spin back, but I just want to talk about something different if we can, because obviously it's not just about Solanke tonight. And we have a Liverpool fan. So I want to talk about Zubi. Hey, Zubi Mendy, the defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
And I want to know, are Liverpool back? Are Liverpool? Can Liverpool be like third? Can they hold that third spot? Can they do a League Cup?
Yeah.
Can they push on?
That's
or
disrespectful. Are Liverpool back? Can they hold on to that third
That's
spot?
what the preacher said last night.
That's disrespectful.
Hey, listen, preach. I don't know.
Wait,
Can they do a title? Can they do a title challenge? Can they mount a challenge for the Zubomendi? Because they've been screaming for a 6. They've been screaming for a DM. They have kept their squad together. I know it's a change of guard. I know you're going to say, look, grace period and that, blah, blah, give grace to the men. Say your prayers, kumbaya. But what I mean is, if you've got a Zubomendi that you never had before, you never had a 6, someone that can help with your ball progression, because Slot's all about progressing the ball out from the back, build up, more control, and then hitting teams. Is he a Slot type player? Does he help move the needle? Or is he better than Endo in that sense as a DM? What are your thoughts, Preach? And everyone else jump in.
I don't know the most about him, but I would, from what I've seen the Euros, I'd rather him over Endos for real. But I don't know. I feel I'm just at that place where I just have to just trust what they do. So far, they're doing what they're saying. They analyze the team, but it's something we knew we needed anyway. Thiago's spot needs to be filled anyway, so we need it. I think that's what it was maybe that position and another centre back was the difference between us being involved in that closer to the title race last season. So I don't know if he feels it's the right player. Michael Edwards is in charge.
You're basically saying trust the process. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I feel like
look at this. Everybody's copying Arsenal now. I love it. I love it.
What's that? Copying Arsenal.
Yeah, everybody's saying trust the process now. Before they were taking the actual piss out of that quote. Now everybody's saying trust the process.
Wait, hold on, bro. Are you saying that I am copying you?
No. Don't worry, Preach. Don't go into your diatribe about trophies and stuff. Don't worry.
Any given moment, he's ready.
That's ready. You answered my question though.
No. I'm just
saying if you're saying we was copying you, that's the first thing Klopp said.
No. What I just said that the quote trust the process. People used to take the piss out of Arteta and Arsenal. Now everybody says it. Spurs fans say it with Ange. Liverpool fans now say it.
No, you can't say it. You can't say it like Liverpool. You can't add Liverpool in that conversation.
Why? Why can't I add Liverpool?
Because we've been saying that.
Okay.
We've been saying that.
Okay. Chelsea are saying
true.
now. Okay, but I think this is a great.
The problem with Liverpool fans or some Liverpool fans is they overplay it. they're the opposite end of the spectrum. They're forever in a rebuild. They plead. They say we've got no money, yet their owners are one of the richest and they spend some of the most money in the world. We're not going to compete for the league. We're in a rebuild, as if they're like Man United or Newcastle coming off relegations and stuff like that. They're big time Liverpool, 6-time Champions League winners. They've got 4 world-class players in their 5 actually world-class players in their squad. They've got a manager. They've got a manager now who's only just come off. I didn't realize it's that Slot actually won the Dutch league last season.
I need to interfere.
5 world-class players. Who are the
I watched your show earlier. I watched your show earlier. Yeah.
Thank you,
Faze
sir.
said, Faze said, big show. Faze said you're an intelligent. He said you're an intelligent man. Yeah, that's what I remember. That part. I was like, you know what? He is.
He's overrating it. He's overrating it.
No, this is what I don't understand. Yeah, you just bigged up Liverpool. It's big off Liverpool. All this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you question our method?
I'm
Like,
not
if you,
How dare you?
If a billionaire told you how to make money. I don't understand this. Like, stop telling us how we do the things. We're the most successful.
What have I said to you to do?
No, because we win trophies with our method. And you're telling us to use our method. Like,
you know what it is, though? You're right, though, Preach.
Wait. This annoyed me now. Preach. Let's relax a little bit. Your method had you appointing Roy fucking Hodgson at one point and Brendan Rodgers.
Oh no,
so please,
we took a hard left, boy.
Rebuttal. There's no such thing as a perfect method. There's no such thing as a perfect method.
Yes, and there's also shit methods.
So we've learned.
No.
Think about it. We're the actual good method. We made a terrible mistake. Have we ever gone back to that place?
You made 2 terrible mistakes. You hired Hodgson and you hired Rodgers.
Why we can't be talking about Roy Hodgson?
We can't be talking about Roy Hodgson, please. No, please. Let's not talk about Roy Hodgson.
No, you know what? You know why? Hold on, Preach. You know why? It's not fair, yeah, because if you're gonna beat them with the same thing that they've won 6 Champions Leagues, some of those was how many years ago? So the fact that he wants to, not you, Preach. Steph can refer to any Liverpool period he wants. Then, if you lot can refer to all these trophies to beat them up with, if they're not gonna win it today, you get what I mean?
They've got 5 world-class players in their squad.
No, you said they got 6 Champions League winners.
But the thing about Liverpool is the thing about Liverpool is that you, Stefan, you think they invented project before you invented project.
That's what I'm saying.
They were doing project.
I agree with this.
They were doing project before you, and they won every trophy there is to win. So I don't even want to do Liverpool prop, but it's like against the best team the Premier League has ever seen in Man City, arguably. I can't be asked for semantics or for us to go off tangent. But that team to win trophies off it, okay, yeah, cool. It was the City +1 era, but they did well. Like they won big trophies. They lost in finals to Real Madrid. People are talking like they disgraced themselves getting beat by Besiktas or something. It's Real Madrid. Like you can lose.
But you're I told us, Steph, because I know exactly what you're doing. Because it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Because when we were in here talking about our process, but you're Arsenal, you ain't won this, you ain't won this. But now when we do it, no, it's you got to give him time to live. You know what I mean? All we're doing is giving back the same energy we're giving.
Bro, hey, Faze, let me tell you something. You see, Spurs fans, they're mad, yeah, because the same conversations I've had with you, I tried to have with
the deflection is crazy.
Box office is unreasonable. You can't have a conversation with box office. There's no point.
Yeah, we go to
Mr. Preach, your deflection is crazy.
No, and this is and I just want to point out.
I've never seen this.
No, and I just.
You are the Moriarty of deflections. You are an evil genius.
No. Here's also the actual difference in narratives. Whenever we talk and big up our process that we have come from with Arteta, people always say, but you need to win the league. But when with Liverpool, the fact that Liverpool failed to win the league 8 out of 9 years with Klopp, nobody talks about that. They say, oh, it was really difficult. With Arsenal, they say, but you have to beat that City team that Liverpool failed to beat 8 out of 9 times. That's the thing.
What? Can I ask you something though? Did we say that like as soon as Klopp came in, or when he won the league?
Yeah.
Preach. Let's be honest. Once Klopp started,
I want you to be honest, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. Klopp. I'm gonna be honest. Klopp, once he started realizing and struggling to compete with Man City and kept losing by a point or two, he started moaning about money. He started saying that it's unfair to compete against oil-rich states.
You just said
he started moaning. Huh? Sorry.
The question.
Okay.
No, answer the question. You was just talking about something.
What was the
He
question?
does that sometimes.
Say, what's the question again? What was the question again?
When you see this about you have to win the league,
yeah,
we say it straight away to Klopp.
Do you know what he's doing?
No, but here's the thing. Liverpool won the league the only time when City completely dropped off. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. The only time when City,
Stefan, you're not picking up the scent that Mr. Big Preach is trying to give you.
I'm just pointing out the actual stats, and it's a fact. City's only poor season.
We wasn't on the right. We wasn't on the right. We didn't lose one game that season.
I didn't
just win the Champions League the season before. It's got nothing to do.
Hey, what? So wait, hold on. Is it no more process for Arsenal then? Is it?
We have to.
We're on phase 6.
We have to win the league. But I agree. We have to start winning.
I'm glad 5 years in.
Phase 5.
Any other club, year one.
This 1 point.
5 years in.
This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this, Stefan. You see, just Arsenal fans like you.
Tell me.
That's we say that because no one don't say that to face. I don't hear people say that to face.
True. You look give me an easy ride. Still, pause.
Fans like me say the exact truth. The only season when City, no, it's the truth. Go look at the actual stats. City, when you won the league, completely dropped off. That's why even though you guys were the same level, City were not. That was the only time you won. When you didn't compete head on with City for the whole.
Let me tell you
league.
something. Do you know it was like the 3rd year and Klopp came in when he won it.
No, the 5th. Let's not Liverpool the fucking.
What you include in that first season, the half season.
Well done.
Let's not Liverpool it again.
Arteta ain't been here for 5.5 seasons.
No, it's kind of.
Klopp came in and said, "We're gonna win it."
So Big Preach. Does Arsenal have 5 years to win the Premier League?
Yeah, plenty of time.
What? Let me hear that.
Yeah, they got as much time as they.
How many?
They've got as much time as they want, bro. It's not like if they're not listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Liverpool have left the mansion and they've chosen to come to the state.
They live in a penthouse they live in a penthouse in the building that you're still trying to get on the waiting list for, but still, yeah, absolutely.
Welcome to the block. The elevator.
And sorry, before you go,
the elevator sticks
and I just
elevator sticks on the 4th floor.
Welcome to our world, Preach.
Let me just land also with another bullshit.
I'll sleep on the middle.
Okay, Preach. Fuck you know. Okay, let me just land.
All this chest for half an FA Cup, you know.
No, wait. Yeah, well, that's still more than your club has done.
That's it.
There it is.
Arteta won 0.5 of an FA Cup. And you're
0.5 of an FA Cup.
You're giving sermons like you're Florentino Perez, and you've got all the answers like the Da Vinci Cup. I'm listening, and I'm unsure why you are so harsh with other clubs, Stefan. But Arsenal, you've meandered into year 5 and a half.
Meandered. Really meandered.
Leisurely walks into year 5 without a hint of the eye and the pressure that you want to give other teams. You're just like, okay, it's year 5. I guess we should try and win it now.
Okay, Jay, tell me when have I said that Liverpool have to win the league title under Arne Slot?
Bro, listen,
what pressure are you talking?
Well, my point is that the thing is that we can all do passive aggressive. We can all do, negative on the slide.
Negative.
You don't want to give Liverpool their flowers. That's fine. Yeah.
I do. I am giving them flowers. I just get annoyed.
Garage flowers.
Okay,
Garage flowers that have
Jake,
been out all day.
Let me finish. I just get annoyed at the double standards that they apply to. Like, I'll give you an example of how much
they won the
media.
Champions League.
No, but let me finish. Wait. I'll give you an example about, for example, everybody talks about now the domestic trophies that Liverpool won, and I agree they won them. They won an FA Cup, 2 League Cups. But people forget the first 6 years where Klopp continuously
6 years now.
Yeah, no. People forget.
He adds years on.
Wait, can you let me finish? They act as if Klopp took the cups always seriously. He never did. The first 6 years, he always played weakened teams. And they always went out, and they always went out early.
Let me finish. 2 finals in his first season.
For a Europa League final. I'm talking domestic cups. I'm talking about League Cup and FA Cup.
All right, we're doing the brackets.
No, but okay, Jay, I said
in that box, he's not that good. Yeah, let's talk.
But he's doing domestic because he's going to compare it to Arsenal.
The thing I'm saying is
you can win on
nobody's letting me finish.
Sorry, Stefan.
Yeah, the thing I'm saying is that there's this narrative now that I read about Klopp after he won the second League Cup, that he's a guy that loves the cup, like the true cup. He never took. This is the thing that annoys me about the media loving for him, which is if you go back to his first 6 seasons at Liverpool, when he was challenging for the league and for the Champions League, he never took those. He always fielded weakened teams, and they always went out early. The moment he started taking them seriously was when he wasn't competitive in the league, and he wasn't competitive in the Champions League. That's why you won the FA Cup.
Bro. You see when we won.
What do you mean you won?
When we done the double.
Oh my God!
Yes,
you know that sign where it says "Wanted Maniac" and it's got a picture of the person. The guy just described Arsenal's FA Cup era. Yeah, with the last insult he took at Klopp. The audacity to not talk about Arsenal, who won all their FA Cups because they were winning.
Arsenal. Stephen, Faye saw that play from a long time. What Jay was going to do, but you just set yourself up.
No, I
I'm saying
Stephen digs on the slide.
Faye saw that hurt.
Arsenal for those FA Cups, the ones that we won in the last 10 years. It was the same. It was because Arsenal weren't as competitive in the league or in the Champions League. It was exactly the same. And Preach can talk to you.
It's not the same, bro.
It's exactly the same.
I just for my sanity, what are we actually debating now?
So I think it's fluid, but I think basically my point was more Stefan is being quite dismissive of what Liverpool's done.
I'm not dismissive.
I'm saying that Liverpool, the same project that Arsenal are doing now, but they won more trophies. Yeah, when they did their project, Arsenal's getting into year 6 now. By year 2, Liverpool were beating City in Champions League knockouts. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, it wasn't a long process.
They won their first trophy in year 4. So
just to say that this side about Mendy,
but yeah, that's
no. It's just I get annoyed, and Preach got annoyed at me about the double that he calls it. You won the double because you almost didn't finish in the fucking Champions League places in the league.
We got to the Champions League final.
What are you talking about?
We played every single possible game you could play in that season, bruv.
The COVID year that you won the League Cup.
Do you see what he does? The COVID year that you won the league. Was that necessary?
I don't mind that.
No, the league, the COVID.
The key word is won the league. That's the key word.
Okay.
And then the Champions League just the season before that. You're not making sense.
All right. So what Arsenal need to win something, or will they win something next season? What are you guys' predictions in terms of Arsenal?
It's the best time for them to do it. You've got to do it when the momentum's good for you. Like even like in a game. You got to score when you're on top. You get me? Like you need to. Like it's their
Are
chance.
no more processes? Are they? This is it. This is their season.
You got to get to this place though. Like it's hard work just to get to this
Of
place.
course. But I mean, in terms of pressure, are they ready for this?
Everyone says there's pressure on the top. You have to, innit? You have to, innit? That's what. I don't know. Obviously, you ain't really.
Arsenal?
Is it the same pressure as Liverpool?
What
Yeah,
this
it's
is in
the
this
same
season?
pressure.
To win the league,
This
is it the
season.
same pressure?
What, as in this?
Yes.
What, right now?
Yes.
Come on,
Right.
dude, come on.
So Arsenal under more pressure to win the league than Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Stefan.
Why not?
Oh my word.
For receipts.
Wait.
So, but I think this is where we got lost
dude,
in.
I just want to ask too. So you think Liverpool have more pressure with a new coach in his
Just
first
as much.
year?
The top three clubs, Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, all have just as much pressure to win the league as each other.
And you know what?
Yeah, but context. Arsenal are now, as you said, in our 6th year, we're expected to win the league. Liverpool just changed their generation.
Sorry to cut you, Steph, here, because I think this is a big issue that we all like to do it to each other, pause, but we don't like it done to us, pause, because all that's, and this is actually, I can understand Toon's consistency with his point in it, because when you lot are not doing what your high and mighty clubs are supposed to do, you always want to add context and stuff. But then when you want to shit on Toon for having an opinion on your club because his club hasn't won your club, you lot don't want to apply context to his situation of what his club has been through and where he's going at. So we're all just repeatedly doing the same thing of throwing each other under the bus, disrespecting each other. And then when one of us want to hold the other team accountable for all that high and mighty talk, you want to add context. Do you get what I mean? Which actually isn't fair when you realize it. Because if you have context for why you're not going to do well, you should apply that same context for why Newcastle don't do well then.
Well, I mean, like some of us are consistently fair, and some of us are Stefan. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, Jay. Yes. Calling Dominic Solanke a rehabilitative wonder kid. That's very.
Listen. Stefan. Once again,
well done, Steph. Well done.
I need you to commit this to memory. I just say the words. How they make you feel is all on you. That sounds like a Stefan problem, not a Jay communication problem.
Yes. Totally. You're right. You know what, Jay? You're right. You are the most objective pundit, especially when it comes to Spurs that I've ever met. You always speak.
We all have a hint. We all have a hint of individual bias for our teams. The key is knowing that you have in them. Listen, I admit it. I openly admit I'm not one of these fans, who's coming out to shit on my club, whilst you guys also shit on my club. Like, what do you think is going on here? Like, do you know what I mean? That's not what I'm here to do. I try and see logic in all football fans.
I know
thought process.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sometimes it's difficult.
You think that you got pressure?
I will not lie.
Yeah, of course we've got pressure from all you guys who want to heap pressure on us. Me as a grateful person who don't really shit on anyone's club, and I try and be balanced across the board with everybody. I don't have that expectancy because I don't have that expectancy on you guys. The same way that Steph wants to say you lot won the league once, I'm not going to discredit City because I've just been battling with them, having the best football years of my life and finishing second repeatedly. So I can't discredit you for something I'm currently experiencing. Because how great I was on a show with Toon earlier. He put our team on the pitch and I was like, this is fucking amazing. We've covered all bases here. Yeah, everything's lined up, hook, line and sinker, the momentum. And then all of that, I got to the end bit and I was like, fuck, City exists. And I was like, none of this means fuck all.
But you guys misunderstood me. I'm not discrediting their league win. What I don't like, I always noticed this. I'm not discrediting. They still won the league. What I don't like is the media narrative of how.
Right?
No. What I don't like is the media narrative of how Klopp is an English Premier League great, winning one fucking league title in 9 seasons, and Arteta needs to win the league.
But this is
or he should be sad.
Before you don't all jump on him, do you understand what he's saying though?
Stefan, yes. So I understand.
Does that make sense?
The problem is, can I answer?
Yes, sir.
The problem is
Who's this guy? Wait,
It's
sorry.
not just one Premier League. There's other trophies.
Ignore the comments.
No,
because
but
they're winding me
but
up.
in order to be a but preach, in order to be a Premier League great, you need to win the Premier League like by that logic, Claudio.
But
By that
I'm saying,
logic,
but listen, but you
Claudio
don't realize.
Ranieri
Remember,
is a Premier League great.
Remember, we're Liverpool in it. So European football is major for us. So we don't just talk Premiership. You just you're trying to draw me down to just Premiership talk. I'm gonna say no, we're higher than that.
They don't mean the people that
we talk with Real Madrid, talk with AC Milan, and
He's good.
But remember, they got Grace.
Did you say he's good?
he's like
Stefan,
no.
can I just answer the question? Because I just want to say, because I wanted to answer the question. This is the problem that I think some Arsenal fans have got. Just a little bit.
See, now look, Steph. Now look, man.
Observation. And this is why Liverpool fans are so smart. Because they know there's expectation, but they play it down. You guys, so you've got great defense. But I've already heard people saying, man, we can beat that Chelsea record of 15 goals conceded. How about you just win the Premier League?
We can, bro. We can beat that, bro. We can beat that, bro.
I never.
That's what I'm saying. You see,
I never said that.
Me and Big Preacher for about 3 or 4 streams. I've been saying you guys, you're not in the rebuild. You're here to compete. Big Preacher's like, nah, 4th is okay for me.
I've never said fourth. I was like, okay for me. I've never said.
Somebody, am I by myself here?
The grace period, that's what I remember. I just said, Raven Grace.
Yeah. You can go to Redmen TV, you can go to the Anfield Rap, you can watch the Anfield Liverpool podcast, fam. We're all saying the same. He's just walked in. Like, he's cool. Like, everyone's saying it. Like, you're just shooting shots, but I'm saying, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing.
I'm saying, I'm listening to I hear the fans, like I'm hearing the Scousers, like not even just like Liverpool fans in London, bruv. I'm hearing the Scousers, bruv, and they're saying that. The heart of Liverpool are saying this. So it's like I'm saying to you, it's cool because you got to remember, it's not just Slot that's just come in, you know.
You see, like you see the wisdom there. You see the wisdom there. He's playing.
No, you're not being smart. Now you're not being smart.
It's like,
all right. So by year 2,
you're talking to me now. You're letting me talk and go, oh, it's this, it's that. Like,
it's not really about you, though, Preach. Sorry, Ash. This is what he's talking about. He's explaining to you the whole fact you're saying, we have to win it next year and stuff like that. He's saying, no, chill, calma.
Yeah, because you lot have got the momentum. What we done last season, just remember, FaZe, remember. The beginning of last season, I thought we was going to be 5th. We outdone our expectations, bro. Remember,
don't be Spurs now. Don't be fucking Spurs now.
No, bro. It's not. I'm not being Spurs. It's what happened. I'm talking to FaZe because he was there. Me and the Chelsea family was going back and forth, and I saying, boy, I'm seeing 5th.
But aren't you? But wait. You cannot speak a big game about winning medals and trophies and sleeping with your medals and then say, oh, but I was hoping we would not finish 5th.
This is where you don't. This is what you don't understand. Yeah,
I know. I don't have medals.
Listen. We win trophies.
Here we
go. Because we give our members. This is what I don't understand.
I'm saying if you talk like this and you're all about winning trophies, don't give me shit like I was expecting us to finish 5th and we did well because we finished 3rd. Well,
no, you don't. You're playing games. I'm a realistic.
Steph, now you're playing games, Steph. You're playing games.
FaZe, you're not even being real as well, bro. We had a poor season.
Guys,
we had a poor season. We lost Henderson. Fabinho gone. We lost. It was a poor season.
Wait. So Zuberman is back now. You've replaced Fabinho. Obviously, Zuberman is slightly different to him. Where do you finish next season, in your opinion? I just want to know.
I said that on the last podcast. We'll hold the 3rd spot still.
But he's gonna be sleeping with the medals, guys, with the 3rd place medal. Yeah.
That's what. All right, cool. Steph, where do you finish next?
You're laughing, but like we do have medals.
Oh wow!
You know what? Because
No, but it's not, I don't understand. I don't understand. We do have medals.
He said, "How dare you?"
nobody denies that. What I'm saying is,
I don't get it. Our method gets us medals.
nobody denies that you have won. That you were the most.
Our method gets us
No,
medals.
but preach.
Our method
What,
gets us medals.
what you're not
medals,
understanding. What you're not
We get
understanding
medals,
is
cuz.
okay. We
I don't
know
know what you're talking about, man.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we get medals, cuz. That's the main thing. Like, that's the main thing, bruv. You get medals. I don't understand why you keep arguing with the billionaire who's telling you how to make money. You're arguing with me, bruv. And I just said that it's your time as well. It's like
You're holding third, yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand.
But
See, your problem was approaching this like you were talking to adults. See, that's not what you say. That's where you went wrong. You thought they were on your side, and now you got to deal with this.
I thought I could just
I helped set you up with the big talk about Liverpool, only for you to say we're going to finish third. So me, I'm very disappointed.
But I get it. But like,
preach. The fact that Jay is backing you up on this point, a Spurs fan should make you really worried about your standing as a fan.
I know. I didn't take the advice. You can hit.
I didn't offer any advice.
And I'm just saying you can listen. I'm just saying. No, not being rude. I'm just saying.
Bro, you told me that I said this before. You said that you moved into my apartment block. I'm like. You used to
I never said that.
Bro, third place is living in.
I was just laughing with you. You said
my apartment block. You live in the penthouse of my apartment block, but it's still my apartment block.
Yeah, but obviously when I move, I'm gonna move my things in it. And what are my things?
His medals.
I know it's
gonna move.
That
was the joke. When you move, you take your stuff with you. Take all your stuff with you. Put everything in your night box.
You brought this on yourself.
Your night box. You put all your things in there.
Listen. My apartment might not be as fancy as you.
You have to get a zip van. Put the trophies in there.
Listen, my apartment's not quite as fancy as your apartment, but
that's why you need our trophies in it. It'll sparkle up.
You still live in my block at the moment.
Bro, it's the best block. It's the best looking block with the trophies.
It's a nice apartment, bro. It's bigger than my apartment.
It don't matter where I move. If you want me to move there, I'll move.
I'm not saying.
You know what, guys? From now on,
apartment block.
Jay, you got too much money. Stop. He's gonna keep. I just want to point out from now on, preach. I'm a Real Madrid fan. So you can shut up about trophies to talk to me about trophies.
I'm just saying.
Is that small trophy talk? And you go like that, Stefan. Small trophy talk. And he starts pretending he's around. Oh my! This guy is hilarious. Stefan, don't you dare bring up trophies about to be a Tottenham fan anytime soon. I just said he was a Real Madrid fan.
I'm
Oh my God!
And you did it live, Stefan. That's crazy, bro.
I said he's a Real Madrid fan. 20 minutes of being bantered about trophies, he said, "I'm not for this life. I'm not built for this. I'm a Real Madrid fan."
We don't take the films, bro. He's gonna be.
It's just the thing I have an issue with Preach is he talks about winning trophies is all about winning shit, and then he talks about nothing. And then he talks
it's not nice, is it, Stefan, when somebody just reduces the existence of your football club down to winning trophies? Is it? It doesn't feel good, does it? Almost as if there's more to your football club than winning trophies, right? Right?
No, Jay, it's all about winning trophies. Like,
okay, cool.
What are you on about?
Just checking. Because for a second, when you were about to join Real Madrid, it seemed like it was just about trophies.
As a joke.
Now it's not about trophies. But
as a joke, I didn't mean to like that. I was.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna end it there, man. I know you're having fun. It's that time, man. It's getting midnight. People got work in the morning. But big you guys up for jumping in the chat. And also big up the panel, man. Big up everyone watching at home. But anyways, have you got any final words before we end the show? Start with you, Preach. Any final words about Liverpool? Can what's his face? what's his face? I forgot his name.
Solanke.
Solanke get more goals, GA than Nunes.
I'm not gonna waste my little bit of airtime on that one. This is my closing.
I'm
just joking.
Oh, thank you, Steph.
Cool.
Sorry.
So what I would like to clear something up here. So I always believe that SAS carried Brendan Rodgers, yeah. So I believe this season, the team will carry Slot. That's why I still feel where we're gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. So that's where Slot gets his grace period from. Our squad is not rubbish, and that's what I mean. So that's my clear up. Big up the squad. Big up everyone each and every time. Big show. Yeah,
you'll never walk alone. Hey, Jay, you got something in the comments? Someone's asking.
Oh, chat, it's coming. I'm playing around with concepts at the moment, like just what I want to focus on. I'm not sure I want to do a Tottenham channel because
Jay,
our fan base is a little at the best of times. So maybe something a little broader, like on football recruitment.
No, Jay, I've got the perfect first show for you. Do a special, do a special and rehabilitative wonder kids within.
That's actually, you're joking, but I think a show about kids who were meant to be a big thing at 18, lost their way for a number of years, and then found themselves again.
Wonder kids, hey,
yeah, rehabilitated wonder kids. I would look at them like a foster parent of some sort. I would just take them to where they needed to be.
You can do all of them. Freddie Adu, Joao Felix.
Well, they didn't rehabilitate, did they? They just failed wonder kids. That's a different episode.
Sorry.
You need to have a versus ET.
Yeah.
Nah, listen, I like most of the time I get on fine with Stefan. It's just he has an unhealthy obsession with Tottenham Hotspur's demise.
I do.
As a Tottenham Hotspur
I do. I think they're really short. I do. I agree.
Yeah?
Team tactics. So you got anything coming up?
Yeah, so we had a my second ever live stream today with a big up Chinks and with
I enjoyed that.
Goats. Brilliant, and with Goats as well, and big up Preach as well, all the other guys that have been supporting the channel as well as the first episode. So it's the second of a 3-part live stream.
The first one with Vader and Chelsea fan, I forget his name. Surfer.
Oh, with Surfer, yeah.
Surfer, yeah.
That was, and then we've got a third one coming up with yourself, Ash, and with Yoms, squad building. So we'll be talking about all of that stuff. So we've got that content coming up. Plus, hopefully, I'll have some video vlogs from our preseason game at Newcastle. Hopefully, it all goes well and safely. So yeah, guys, do look out for that as well.
Cool, man. Steph, you got any final words?
I just want to say thank you guys for the show tonight. It was really, really fun. If let's say I maybe overdo it from time to time, I'm too loud and shit, I'm sorry. I don't mean it personally. I don't take it personally. So
I'm with you, Steph, all the time, man.
Yeah,
don't worry, Steph, man. It's better to ask for forgiveness.
No, it's just thank you guys. I can't wait for the season to actually start. Just to laugh at everybody, like Liverpool. It's
fun when you're good, isn't it? When you're good, it's fun, isn't it?
Jay, it's not good when you're good. It feels amazing.
There's a mistake. There's a mistake, Jay.
No.
There's a mistake.
Not Newcastle games this season.
Maybe they can build on that 0.5 trophy.
No, but wait. No. I just want to say what Chink said is true. Like today, I was watching the team and looking at the formation. I was like, shit, we've got a really good team. Like I'm actually excited. So yeah. So for me, it's
the quad coming. The quads.
Don't
the
buy
quads.
It.
I don't know. Ask Preach. He's the medal winner. He's the medal winner.
Chinks is just enjoying life right now.
Yeah, man, this is sick, man. I love this, man.
Yeah.
Big up the chat, man. The chat make the show, man. Appreciate all you guys, and big up West Coast Spurs saying starting to find football live chats. Love the fun. With respect both positive and negative opinions. Other fans sound like they hate their team, and it's so good because we all defend our teams logically and well, which is good, man. And I genuinely enjoy this, man.
Yeah, I was wondering who was going to do it first. It was one of you two.
Nah, he's not no Mr. Box Office. Come on, man.
Hey, listen, I always find that people just need to reference me. You know, whether it's for views, whether it's he can't stop thinking about me. It's fine, Stefan. It's fine. But no, it's a good show. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Ashmatic, please close the stream so we can all go to bed.
Yes. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe. As always, come on, you Spurs, and we'll see you next week. Peace.